Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Good evening and welcome to another fine edition of Stone's Live Poker. Tonight we have an awesome 5-5 no limit game. I am your host Justin Kelly along with the lovely
Valerie Cross.
And we're excited. We got some hitters who I just saw up at Tahoe over the weekend who are back in town to join us tonight for some fun action. See a lot of regulars on the stream here. It's great to be back with Val. It's been quite some time since I've been in the booth with Val.
I mean, they've been keeping us apart for...
It's true.
I don't really understand why.
And we finally laid down the hammer and said, no more. We will be back together. So the Val and Train/Justin
Bring us
show.
back.
Let's do it. Yeah. So let's start walking around the table, guys. To take a look, we have Kyle G there in seat 1. That is our resident honey badger, as Veronica likes to call him. And
Veronica's honey badger.
And I love that pick right there. That mugshot, I mean, does it get better than that with the do-rag?
It's quite amazing. Although he did show me the full pick.
Yeah.
And it's even more amazing.
Oh, wow. Now there's a teaser. Now I feel that there's something to look forward to.
If you have a chance, you have to see the full pick. Instead of the cropped version.
I'm absolutely stoked. So you were all familiar in seat 1 there with Kyle, the honey badger himself. Seat 2 there, you have Jeff Sardell. Again, no stranger to the stream. We've seen him on the stream a lot for cash. We've also seen him at some final tables on the stream.
Yeah.
Not his first rodeo, indeed.
He's definitely a regular. We've seen a lot of different gears out of Jeff.
Lots of gears.
So, yeah, like
he's got a big transmission.
Kind of like traditionally a tighter player, but we've seen him mix it up lately. So
yeah, for sure. And then seat 3 looks like we have Brandon. I'm not familiar with Brandon. Oh well, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I love it.
Mysterious.
The ninja right there.
Wow, Broncos ninja.
Absolutely. So we got Brandon over there in seat 3, and then in seat 4 there we have James. And we've seen James, I believe, before on the stream as well.
Yes, James is a real, true rumbler. The first couple times we saw him on the stream, I think he played short stack a little bit and almost played like a near tourney style, I thought. And then I played with him live a couple times. He's a real barreler.
Oh, really? Just like no fear, I do what I want?
Exactly. Really, really good player, I think.
Nice. And then over there in seat 5 we have Maddie. Now, good old Maddie. I will tell you what. I love Maddie, and I got to bring this up. He had the unfortunate event of having a super nut flush against Possel's monster straight flush.
Super nut flush against monster?
Yeah,
I don't even
just
know what
super
that
monster
means.
craziness. Anyways, it was just like, I mean, it was a thing where he had the absolute beast, and then Apostle Rivers a straight flush on him.
Oh, okay.
And literally,
So like the ace high.
yeah,
flush
ace high
versus
flush versus straight flush, and then I mean
that's like one of the sickest beats.
And Maddie, and I'll never forget it because Maddie had to do one of these things where he had to clear his glasses. Like, I mean, he had to like do the triple take. Like, oh my god, wow, that's absolutely crazy.
Poor Maddie.
So then
he's a good dude.
Yeah, I love Maddie. So then on the other side of Maddie here, in seat 6, we have Peter K, who is currently away from the table now. We all know Peter.
We all know Peter.
We all know Peter.
I like the little headshot there.
I feel the mugshot's like retro. He's going for the retro.
Yeah,
awesome
like
look.
a retro. Like just came off of the vacation
A cruise.
at the beach.
He just hopped right off the cruise and strolled in. I love it. And then there you go. I'll let you handle seat 7 here.
Oh, Athena, the best.
If you don't know Athena, I don't think you played at Stones.
Exactly.
I mean, you know?
Yeah, definitely a regular in the tournaments and plays a lot of cash as well. I played with her a few times.
Absolutely.
We played together in the Veronica and Friends one time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then over to Aaron, who, again, no stranger to the stream. We've seen him on here a bunch. Talk about gears, not afraid to mix it up. Definitely likes to splash around a little bit, and not afraid to just float you with nothing and then make a move at it.
And something I always like to bring up, he's always very coordinated with his outfits, which I appreciate.
Good. Good, as you should. And last but certainly not least, Jeremy. Now we saw Jeremy just barreling some chips in our last 10-25 game. Again, big hitter,
Nice.
fearless.
Right.
I believe. Let me phrase this correctly. I believe Jake called him a rangeless monster, which I thought
Those are scary.
Which I thought is like one of the best compliments you can get as a poker player. I'm like, really? You say that about me? You're so sweet.
The problem with being a rangeless monster, you have to have money to back it up. You gotta have deep pockets.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, it was great. I mean, no fear, man. He'll call you with whatever he wants.
Nice.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing him barrel.
Oh, absolutely. So there's some chip stacks for you. Look like quick glance at Kyle G. Looks like our Honey Badger is on the top of that list there with 1.6K. Isn't that great how we just randomly come up? These names just happen and then they're stuck.
Honey Badger.
They're stuck.
Yeah.
Honey Badger, call you mother.
I mean, once Veronica gives you a nickname, it's just never going away.
It can't be ungiven.
Sorry.
It can't be ungiven. All right, let's get to some action, guys.
Some things can't be ungiven or unseen.
Get to some action. So you'll notice the graphics are a little fresh, a little different, some different shades of gray, if you will.
Nice. So Brandon opened up to 28. No, is that a straddle?
I don't think so.
Sorry guys, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're catching up. This is the first hand.
It's poker, you know.
Some guys are putting some chips in the pot. We're gonna have some cards.
Yeah, okay.
So Ron, it looks like on the button 3-bet to 65, and originally Brandon there in C3 had made it 20.
And did Kyle call or not?
It looks like, is it Brandon still have
Kyle
cards?
called.
I don't know, we're gonna find
So
out.
Jeremy called with Jack 9 suitored.
Suitored,
Brandon's in
hey,
there.
cheers. Whenever it's suitored, we gotta get you a drink here.
Oh.
Is this you?
I have water. Hold on.
Suitored.
Here we go.
Whenever suitored, that's the official Stones live drinking game.
Drink up, guys.
Suitored, whenever anybody says that, it's happening.
Official.
It's totally official.
What?
Oh, so James, wow, so I don't know how this worked out. So James, I guess, 4-bet to 115. I think the action might be a little bit backwards, but either way, we're gonna get a good pot here, it looks like.
Confused about that amount.
So
but,
ace 6-10 here on the flop. Looks like we have a gut shot ball here for James.
So 4 ways to this flop, and Aaron and Brandon both with an ace.
Yeah, obviously Brandon here with the better kicker.
Jeremy with backdoors only.
Backdoors only. Backdoors only.
Which, you know, sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you do get there, it's super disguised. Nobody sees it coming.
And you know, it's the double backdoor, so that's
Boom.
twice as good as just a single backdoor.
That's just good math.
You know what I mean?
That's just good math.
So,
All right, so Jeremy's
Aaron,
checking out. No backdoors for Jeremy here.
And James is the one that bet 225 as a continuation there. He gets called by Aaron with ace-7, with the ace and backdoor diamonds. Brandon with the best hand, he overcalls.
Yeah, and he's going to jam it in there because I mean 305, you know, compared to a stack, it doesn't look like it's quite 305, but
Okay.
yeah, Aaron bet and Brandon basically was just in there.
Oh, I thought James had bet, but I guess he just checked.
So 5 on the
Wisely.
turn, 6 on the river, and it looks like Ace Jack there is going to take this one down. Kick it,
So
kick
Brandon
it.
just got it in on that flop. What else are you gonna do with ace jack there?
Right. Ace Jack, when I was just up at Tahoe for the circuit event, somebody called Ace Jack the parking lot hand.
Yeah,
Because that's the hand that sends you to the parking lot.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
And you know, everyone has a different parking lot hand. Though.
It's true.
Although Ace Jack is a common one.
Mine's Queen 10. I call it my kryptonite, right? People always crest me with it, and I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat when I have it. So that's kind of how that goes down.
I guess Ace Queen is kind of one of mine.
Ace Queen?
Although I go a little crazier with 10 Jack. I feel like I can get away from Ace Queen, but 10 Jack suited, I'm like, I'm just gonna go down with the ship.
Suited, guys, you heard it. This is gonna be. Maybe this is bad to put her in the booth if that's how it's gonna go down.
I wish this was vodka.
I know. It's not? Oh man. I thought that was a complimentary Stones vodka here. I love it.
That would be baller.
Yeah, I know. Hey guys, the stream's cut in half due to Val passing out. Hey, there is actually a juicy PLO game going on right now. I saw them bust out the orange chips over there, and it's right behind the Stones Live table. I believe so. Right?
I think they're playing 816.
Well, it's still a juicy Omaha.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's Omaha.
Yeah, there's an Omaha side game. Yeah.
So look at this flop here. Open-ended straight flush for James A.
Wow,
Nut plus draw for Jeff S.
2 spades. We could see some action here. I don't expect James to be going anywhere.
Look at this. Oh,
he just checks through, and they both get there.
And even Athena with a 4-8 makes the straight.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like, wow. Okay, so
wow.
This is something for everybody here.
So, I mean, it's, obviously not great for Athena. She is drawing dead, but I think she's probably just gonna call on the turn and get away from it on the river with multi-way action. So Brandon leads out here at 25.
James A over there looks
with bottom 2.
Yeah, raises to $1.25, and Athena calls the 125.
And if you're Jeff, aren't you just like licking your chops?
Oh my God! When everybody else is betting your hand for you, you're like, yes, please.
Oh my gosh.
So look at Jeff here. Jeff's like, how do I extract max value? Because you guys are already kind of doing it for me.
Right.
So guys, if you're just joining us too, maybe it's your first time here, the greens are 25s, the reds are $5 chips, and then the whites are hundreds. Let's see here.
Ryan 007, exactly.
Pineapple and oranges.
So Jeff just elects to just call. He doesn't have the nuts. Yeah. 8, 9 of spades.
Of course. And poor Brandon who fires out with bottom 2. Oh, look at another spade. Now that's gonna be a kind of an action killer card for Jeff, obviously. Because now there's 4 spades, any spade out there. James is like, okay, Jeff, whatever, you had 1 spade. Little did he know he was already completely crushed.
Yeah, obviously not the card that Jeff is looking for, and it's also the reason he probably, could put in a raise on the turn.
And get more money out of it there.
Out of a smaller flush, maybe straights. Because at this point, once there are 4 spades on the board, it's hard to get paid from a straight.
Yeah. And there you go. You can see that new action tracker we were talking about there on the left-hand side of your screen.
That's cool.
Isn't that sweet? Yeah. I can't believe that flop checked through. Everybody hit that flop so hard.
And as it is, James gets away from his 4 or 5 of spades pretty easily, whereas I think he probably would have had to call a raise on the turn, especially with it checking through. I mean, obviously Jeff could be checking a big flush draw out of position there on the flop, but I don't know. I still feel like, especially if you're with the open-ended straight flush draw,
right?
With the redraw, you're like, okay, even if he has a bigger flush,
I still got outs.
You just want to.
And we just talked about that. I was just like, if this happens and Maddie's on the bad end of it again, I quit. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for joining us tonight in the chat, guys. TankX87, Two-Face Man, Wicked Slickerino, 678. What's going on, guys? Get chowing.
TankX Ryan, 678. What's up? JFK Stone said PLO is next Monday.
Aha.
For the stream game?
I don't know. Please hold while I look.
Fact check.
That's a good question.
King 10 for Rainbow. Not much for anyone here. And it does check through. Queen on the turn. A couple hearts, but everyone has all black cards.
There is PLO next Monday, but it's not on the stream.
Oh, okay, okay. Is it the like stream side game?
Yeah, that's the one right there, yeah.
Cool. I like that idea.
I know, right?
7 on the river. We'll see if anyone wants to steal this. Just checks around. And it's going to be a chop. So,
also in our new graphics here, you can see
Athena chop it up.
Exactly, so plus 13, plus 12. Now it actually shows you what their stack gains as opposed to just overall pot size.
Oh, interesting. Awesome.
Wow, it's pretty sweet.
Cool.
Because we were talking about that, it's funny because somebody would be like, oh wow, you took down this $3,000 pot. I'm like, yeah, but like 2,200 of it was their own money. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
that's hard to do.
I know, right? I was like, that's impressive.
Like, why are they putting in so much?
Just let it happen. They put it all in twice.
I realize.
Because it was suited.
Yeah. Like someone got tricked there.
I know. Sucker. So Jeremy here from the Hijacks is going to come in for a race here with ace 4. I believe he made it at 25 to go.
What is in that candy you're eating? It's like filling up the whole.
It's awesome. It's a Haichu. I got it from our boy Kenny in the back here in the booth, and
it's a good thing to.
It's delicious. It's like
chomp on.
Strawberry magic. It's not a bad nickname for like a good redheaded dude. All right, 10 to 6 here. Oh God, no! Please no. This is the worst. Look at this. All hearts on the flop. Oh God. What if you sing it? I'll allow it. So Athena flopping the monster here.
Flop for Athena.
But it's definitely, I mean, she doesn't know this that nobody can beat it, but in her head, it's definitely counterfeitable if another heart peels off.
True,
so
true.
So she's firing out and getting a little protective of it.
And she gets value from Aaron's top pair here.
Who might think she's just firing out with one heart, and now Aaron actually still obviously way behind, can't win his hand, but
yeah, he wanted to call
go,
once, probably wasn't going to call twice, just hoping she shuts down and his top pair is good.
Way good. Fantastic. So, we were talking, you said you were going to go out and cover some more poker action possibly coming up here?
Yeah, I'm going to go down to Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Where all the gators and retired and crazy things happen?
That's right. Go to the Palm Beach Kennel Club. I hear there's some like mean dog track betting there.
Nice.
So,
like mean dogs or just mean betting on dogs? Both? All of the above?
Maybe both.
Nice.
I feel like the dogs are nice. It's the people you got to worry about, you know?
I agree.
Just like generally in life.
Just generally, like I'll take the dog. Man, I mean, it's man's best friend for a reason.
100% I'll take the dog over human.
So Aaron coming into 15 here with ace queen. Fun little pot builder here to the flop. Jack 3-5, couple of spades.
Five-way action.
Magically,
no,
Jeff's deuces are pretty much tied for equity here with ace queen high of Aaron.
Mm-hmm. And he is going to bet it here when it checks to him in position. I like the bet because the problem is pretty much every turn card is bad for you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a 4 is good, but even so, good. You know, good time to try to take it down.
Especially when they check through to you, right? You're like, are my deuces good here? You guys are telling me that my deuces are good here.
Yeah, and if you get called, then you just like shut it down.
Yeah. Then you just shut it down.
Shut her down. Eloise-Zilla. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, Haichus are really good.
See? It's true. And I know, this is like a fairly newer thing for me. It's only like the second or third time I've had one. And it's only because other people have them, you know?
Are they the same as Mambas? Because I remember those from my childhood.
Those do sound familiar.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing.
So Aaron with aces, I don't know if that's allowed since he's got the 2 A's in his name already, but I guess we're going to go with it here.
Really? Is that okay?
So raise to 60 from James here on the button. It's 50 more to call under the gun to Aaron here. Aaron's going to give us a little bit of a performance.
So James A picks a bad spot to
try to just snake the
Make
pot.
a little mover-rooney.
Oops, I kid, I just kidding.
But yeah, I told you guys before the stream, James is capable of some crazy stuff,
And he's demonstrating that for you. He heard you,
exactly,
and he's like,
right?
"You want to see crazy? He's like in
yeah,
Batman. You want to get nuts? Let's get
Let me
nuts."
just show you.
So wow, look at this. Now this is what I love. This is Jeremy,
See, I
fearless
do
Jeremy
like
here.
Jeremy's hand here.
Yeah, Jeremy's like,
And Aaron's 3-bet is so small here. It's kind of fishy. Like, what's going on here?
a little.
And that brings in James, right?
Yeah.
He's basically forced to call there.
9-high like a boss.
King 10 deuce rainbow. Pretty dry board. Pretty good for aces.
Pot's at 385. Looks like Aaron's gonna fire out 200 here, and both players insta-fold. He flashes the aces. He says, "They don't call me Aaron for nothing." Send the cookie.
That's right. Ship it to Aaron.
Move-a-rooney. Look at that. Yeah, I think we're all getting our own little catchphrases.
Yeah.
When somebody nails something, apparently mine's now bingo bango.
Yeah.
Right there. You know, it's just gonna happen.
I have picked up on that.
It's
I've
just
been saying it.
Good.
There's a dealer here that. Who is it? It might have been what's his name, Kuko or something?
Oh yeah, Kuko.
I
Yeah.
think he was talking about it, and Cobra loves it too. So
Cobra. I was
one
gonna
time
say.
I was playing here, and everyone was talking about the bingo bango thing, and
bingo
they were all saying
bango.
it. It was fun.
I'll take it. I've been called worse. All right, so it looks like we got Athena with some 9s here. It was raised up by.
Jeremy, it looks like.
No, looks Jim's right there.
He made it 15.
It was raised to 40 by James, our boy James. And that's one thing about James is, he'll make big pops with Queen 5, and then the same thing with Ace Queen.
Right. And
So-
a set ball for Athena here.
Open-ended for Jeremy, top for James.
Wow.
Everybody gets a little piece of
Action
it.
flop.
Random gutter for Aaron here with possible backdoor clubs.
9s are better than 8s, usually.
So James here bets 115, and Athena is coming in for a solid raise because that's a very scary board here
That
when
was
you have a set.
I like that two-handed raise
Yeah.
action. That was just like 2 barrels. Hold on, I got more greens. We'll just put them on top.
Athena also gets bonus points for style. You get style bonus points
right
for
there.
sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. 100%.
And then Jeremy, good old Jeremy's like, come on guys. Now obviously you can see that the stack size is wrong there. It says the stack is 265. We can tell that he's got about 1300 in front of him right there. He's got a white chip on top, 2 stacks of green, so it's definitely not all in to call
And he
for Jeremy.
definitely wants to overcall here. He wants to see the turn. He's open-ended, but he also has backdoor hearts.
If a heart peels off,
That could be.
if a heart peels off, Jeremy's going all the way with his hand.
Yeah.
That's just the way Jeremy rolls.
I think so. Looks like Athena made it 330. So James bets 115. Athena makes it 330.
And this is the problem
Wow.
with Jeremy, quote, Rainless Monster, is that he will make these calls, and the thing is, you want these calls.
Oh yeah.
But when he gets there, it hurts. It does not feel
True,
good.
but you definitely want him to make this call.
Yeah.
Like just In
now
the long
James,
run.
now James is
But
like,
it does suck when they get there.
so yeah, everybody checks through. Originally, James fires,
True story.
gets re-raised, and then flatted by Jeremy. James cannot like his position.
James
That's a
has
scary
to
board.
hate this
That's a
flop.
super
At
scary
this
board.
point, he kind of
Yeah.
liked it. Once he gets raised and Jeremy
There's
just
so
calls
many hand potentials that beat. I mean,
after checking.
any sort of, obviously 9s are there, right? But any sort of Queen Jack, any sort of Jack 10, Queen 10, anything with
Yeah.
open-ended and a
He's
pair of
just
draw.
so easily drawing dead
Oh,
here,
yeah.
or drawing super slim, like drawing to a straight.
And that's the problem. Is even
Pretty
if
hard to overcall him.
yeah, even if he's ahead right now, it's like there's just he has to fade the deck to win this
And
hand.
it's so unlikely that he's ever ahead here. But I told you, James is crazy.
Bingo bango for Jeremy there, right
Right?
on the turn.
Wow.
Disco party. So Athena's definitely picking up, I'm sure, on this in one way or another, and she's looking for the board to pair for sure.
Athena's hating this turn.
Not as much as James.
If she gets forced, so Jeremy just
ships it.
ships it here,
And it's enough to put Athena all in, and that is the brutal part here. So
again, I feel like James can't really call in this spot. Did he already fold?
I'm thinking he folded in the graphics aren't there.
Okay,
That's
he
why we're
must
on
have
Athena over
folded.
here. So
Especially in the three-way action.
And here's the deal, I gotta give it to Jeremy on this one because when he ships it here, he puts all the pressure on Athena. He says, look, I know you have to draw to a boat. I have you beat right now, and it's going to cost you your entire stack to see it. It's not like a few hundred, it's your entire stack.
Right, I think it's a good shove. I mean, he has to think she has like a 2-pair or a set type hand.
Exactly.
She's drawing live.
When she doesn't snap call, he knows he's way in the money here.
Yeah.
And that she's just basically he has to ship her entire stack for this.
She has about somewhere between like 530, 550, something.
Yeah, well, I think there might be a couple greens on top, so about 600-ish, maybe 400, 500, 600, something like that.
Yeah, between 500 and 600. To win 1,500, so she's getting like 3 to 1. It's pretty close as far as equity, but it's hard to just call off because you have no implied odds. You can't make any money if you get there. I mean, obviously she has outs.
Yeah.
She has 10 outs.
And our resident rangeless monster rakes a fat pot. Taking it down. Jeremy straight beast mode. Now those stack counts, I don't know if they're right after that pop, but Jeremy's definitely up there. At least 1.5K, if not closer to 2.
Yeah, it said that the pot was 1,500 after he shoved, so he should have about 1,500. I would think. If my math serves me right.
Well, I just know that originally the graphic said he only had a couple hundred in front of him. That's why I didn't know if that
so
calculated into that.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been adjusted.
Uh-oh, it looks like our bots are failing us here. We can't ask 8-ball questions. Oh, there we go. There's Zanbot. We're trying to punch in commands for chips here.
Transpired asked what the value is of the white chips. Those are 100. The greens are 25. Reds are 5. And the blue chips are 1.
Little oneers.
The old tipper chips.
Little tipper chippers.
Tipper chippers.
So this we got James here from the hijack, gonna pop it up to 15. And bye-bye graphics. There we go. Now our commands are back. Hello, our friendly 8-ball. Wow, we love these run-of-the-mill flops, and not as much as Maddie loves this. Check this out.
Queen, Jack, couple spades.
Broadway for Maddie right off the bat. James picks up open-ended along with a pair of queens. Aaron's also open-ended. Jeremy with a gut shot. Athena with top pair. Peter, poor sixes.
Little something for everyone.
Except for Peter. He's in Whiff City. He's got nothing here.
Hey, Peter has runner quad outs.
he's got backdoor potential.
Backdoor quads.
Like a back doggy door or something. It's real small. It's probably not gonna work.
Yeah. It's like a kitten door for a Labrador.
A kitten door. All right, so looks like James here fires out 35 with Queen 10. Maddie, of course, with the monster right now, raises to 3 1/4. And James.
And again.
And James just going
James
for it.
In a spot where it looks like his hand is
Maddie
pretty
snap
decent,
calls. Yeah.
but he's drawing so slim.
Oh my God! Not over.
Running 5 deuce, way good.
And he does break out. He had some chop outs with the ace. Drawing to an ace for a chop.
Before Maddie had flipped over James's hand and he sees a spade peel in the river, Maddie's like,
Yeah.
tell me you don't have a flush draw. Tell me you don't have one.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad few hands for James. Picked a bad spot with the Queen 5. Bad spot to 3-bet into aces. Ace Queen on a Queen Jack 9 against a set and an open-ender.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That was a rough board.
And then, the Queen 10 there, when you see that flop, it looks pretty decent. You're like, oh, I got top pair. Queen Jack. No.
Queen Jack 9. Oh, you mean right there? Oh, no, yeah. King.
Okay, so, I got middle pair and open-ended. It looks decent. Looks like a decent spot to get it in, especially when Maddie's being so aggressive.
I love our chat right here. So, so we got Tank X 87's like, oh, he's drawing so slim, they call him shady. I respect that.
Oh, I like that.
Or a drum roll. Then
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Slim Shady references.
Take it, yeah. Are you the real Slim Shady?
I mean, please stand up.
Please stand up, guys.
Just stand up.
Just stand up. I love it. Look at this.
10-8-8 flop.
Athena with a gut shot here. Maddie with deuces. Not much else for anybody else.
Wouldn't expect too much crazy action on this flop with no one having an 8 or a 10. Exactly, Tank X. Never count out the runner quads.
Never.
Exactly.
So it looks like checks around to Athena, and Athena says, yes, please. And it's funny because Peter had the same gut shot. Oh, I believe Peter bet, actually, and Athena called. They both have the same gut shot. Except Athena now picks up spades, so she's actually kind of, that's what I call free rolling. She's free rolling this right here. Worst she can do is chop here.
And they both still have 9 high, so Athena also with position here.
Position is your friend. Athena might try to pick up the pot. Pot's at 100.
It's hard to just check back the way this played out with 9 high here. She knows, or she thinks she has to bet to win. Obviously, if she checks back, it would have been a chop, but you never think you're like chopping or winning with 9 high.
Never,
so you just gotta fire out, you know? And as it is, it went through the whole pot.
And that's the thing is, why you've been in those situations where, hey, speaking of Kuko, there you go. It's, you think you're in that pot where you're sitting there and you totally whiffed every draw that you had, and then you're like, the only way I can win this pot is to bet. You're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go for
you're
it.
Like, I mean, what's the alternative? Check back and just relinquish the pot? It's so hard to do.
Oh, that's the thing is, like, check and just, I mean, like, why am I even checking? How about I just fold so, like, I don't even want to think about it.
Ask anyone. I hate giving up.
Yeah.
But every now and then, you just
gotta go for it. Sometimes you gotta do a little gamble.
I'm just always so scared I'm gonna like check back 9 high and they're gonna win with 10 high, you know?
Yeah, God.
I
can't deal with this.
I can't bear the focus.
I can't deal with this in my life. I don't need this drama. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So Brandon opens up here to 20 with ace king. Aaron's gonna come along with 6s.
And this is what I love about our rangeless monster, Jeremy.
And boom, Jeremy pops it up.
He says, I have this thing called the dealer button, and I'm gonna definitely take advantage of it. No, I just have 2 cards in general. They don't have to be connected.
Yeah, I definitely like the 8-9 offsuit here on the button. Ooh.
That's good.
Ace-6 for Aaron with a set.
Fireworks time, guys.
Brandon with top here.
Top, along with a running nut flush king of clubs here. So we're gonna see some fireworks for sure.
And with the with the
and of course they both check it to Jeremy. Poor Jeremy. Oh no, they didn't check it. I'm sorry.
So Brandon fires out 75. He's
they did check it to Jeremy. Jeremy bet 75. Brandon's flat calling the 75. Now, what do you do if you're Aaron here? There's obviously potentially flush draw here.
Wow. Yeah.
So is this where he's going to pop it? Yeah, this is where we're coming in for some heat.
Yeah, you don't want a club to peel off, and then you don't know if you're behind a flush, or someone can fluff you off, or you can kill your action. So it's a good spot
he's
to
going to
check
make it 230. Yeah, 230.
2 opponents.
230, so he's going for a solid 3x bet here. That's a lot of 6s. Yeah, 3 6s, guys. Mark of the beast. Mark of the beast.
Jeremy cannot do anything. I'm afraid Brandon's gonna get in some trouble here, though.
Yeah, and the extra enticement here for him is that king of clubs with 2 clubs out there.
Exactly.
Because if a club peels off, he's got even more out. Yeah. If another club peels out, he's got even more outs.
Chips, please. Stay with
And the way the hand has played so far, his hand's a little bit underrepresented, and that could actually work against him here.
Because he might think that nobody's going to put me on ace king.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's so many hands that he could be beating here.
No.
Meanwhile, he's just watching this guy's just stack out cash next to him. This guy's just like one hand cash, one hand dirty.
Bills, yeah.
He's just like, whatever, here's some money, I love it.
He's just like stacks on stacks on stacks.
Queen of spades here peels on the turn. Obviously no help to Brandon, but it doesn't complete the possible flush draw either.
Brandon does just call. I mean, at this point, he might be afraid of ace queen. Obviously, his opponent could have 6s. But
now, let me ask you this. Brandon instantly fires out 150, which is clearly a pretty small bet to the action we've already seen up to this point. Is he trying to lay his own price? Is he trying to basically be like, if I bet 150, hopefully he doesn't raise me? Or
as like a blocker bet?
Yeah, kind of a blocker bet type thing.
I feel like he might be also trying to induce his opponent to raise here. I think Brandon's convinced he has the best hand. The way this hand is played out, maybe he thinks he has the best hand. He could be repping like a flush draw, and maybe Aaron could raise with like ace-jack. I feel like that's the only hand though that's going to raise that you're beating, right?
Yeah. And the thing is
it is an interesting and weird bet though.
Yeah, and if you're Aaron too, you're actually thinking like, this is great. I hope he has ace queen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I hope he hit top
Obviously.
2, so I just get super paid. Like,
I mean, the thing is for Aaron, you know, ace queen and big flush draws.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's going to get paid from here, so he has to put in a raise.
and so Aaron does. He sure does. He makes it 400, so another
He has to
250
go
for
for that
Brandon.
value.
You see Brandon do the good old lean back and stretch. Oh,
How
I
I get
mean,
myself in the spot.
Brandon's like, I'm either way ahead or I'm completely dead, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure yet.
Yeah, and like I said, at this point, you're like, the only hand I'm beating is ace jack.
Yeah, it's rough.
Plays like this. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So that really is not a good feeling.
It's another 250 to call. I mean,
It's kind of a weird amount. Like Aaron made it 400, and Brandon has what 5 behind. I'm not sure if he has
something like
another,
that. Yeah, the
like
stack says 600 there on our
He
graphics,
has
but I'm
like
not
5
sure.
behind.
Yeah,
So
He might
I mean, he's effectively putting them all in.
put all in. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
putting,
I mean,
putting
if
in
you're
for
gonna
a
call this,
decision.
you're basically gonna ship it anyways.
I don't know. I tend to think that this sizing though is usually stronger than weaker. Like if he wanted to intimidate Brandon out of the pot with like a flush draw or something like that, or a combo draw, he would probably just go all in to make it more intimidating, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's kind of a trend, I think. But when he makes it 400, it seems like he wants it to.
Exactly. Yeah. A little bit of a bait out there.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good spot for Aaron here. So what do you guys think? Okay. I was gonna ask, does Brandon get away from this? I think it's a pretty tough spot to get away from, but again, like I said, the way it played out like on the turn, once you do that blocker bet and you get raised, maybe you can find a fold.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point of leading there, but if you
And-
feel like you're inducing a bluff, then you have to call. So,
10 of spades on the river doesn't really change much here. Nobody's putting him on a spade draw. That's really kind of
at this
irrelevant.
point, they just have to get it in.
Yeah, it's just-
it's
you just
kind of
gotta get it in.
insignificant. I
Yeah.
mean, 275 and the pot's already like 1,600, 1,500. It's kind of insignificant. Yeah, Brandon hates it. I do feel like Brandon kind of got stuck in there the way he played pre-flop. Like he played it a little bit passively with the ace king, so he felt like his hand was underrepresented,
And he felt like you, yeah,
He feels
exactly.
like he's so strong.
And that's the problem is you're like, okay, well, you don't put me on ace king, so you're betting this way because there's no way I can at least have ace king.
Exactly.
But when you're up against a set, I mean, that's like dream scenario where it's ace brick brick and you have one of the sets and somebody's got ace king. It's like, good luck.
Yeah,
You know,
the sixes are so. What's the word I'm looking for?
polarized, disguised,
There, that's
all of the above. Just pick a word. Does anybody have a thesaurus? Can we just throw one of those in there?
The sixes are pretty disguised there. I mean, it's hard to put him on sixes. Obviously, check raises. You know, sets can be in his range there. He just called and then called the 3-bet, called a raise and then called a 3-bet. So, but still, you know, you could have ace jack.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Jimmy Bluffett, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Mike Canton 11 there. What's going on, Monster Hands? Hello, thank you for joining us. Rick and Barstow, as usual. All the regs hanging out, enjoying some good Monday Night Poker with us. We're also doing our typical Monday Night Football action, too. If you guys are anywhere local, come on in. And every time there's a touchdown, we do splash pots. Because splash pots are fun, and big pots are happy pots. So that's how we do it here.
Like that big pot that Aaron just dragged.
Yeah, look at that. He can't even stack it. Yeah, that's one of my
Is that even
favorite
gonna fit
feelings.
on the table?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite feelings is when you're busy getting new hands when you haven't stacked the old pot.
My favorite is like betting out of your pile of chips that you
Yeah.
haven't stacked yet.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, hold on, give me a minute. I'm just gonna grab some of these.
Oh yeah, I'll just take this handful right here and just dump that
Just don't
there.
even count them.
Fantastic. Yeah, guys, definitely click that heart and subscribe. We are here with you live 3 hours a whack every Monday and Wednesday at least, plus final tables for tournaments. Always good times.
Oh yeah, and so Athena raised here to 15, and Mike, our new player, in the big blind wakes up with kings immediately and opts to min raise. They go 5 ways to the 10-10-3 flop. Mike has to like it. Although 5 ways, you know.
Well, plus with the min raisings, it's not like you're pushing out any tens. I mean, that's so it's kind of still a bit of a scary board for kings.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, if anybody raised you even with airball, you're hating life with kings.
Exactly. And so he leads out. Athena calls with the 5s, reasonable call. 7 on the turn. I feel like this is a spot where a lot of people will tend to just kind of go into check call mode if you're Mike.
Yeah.
Just see what happens on the turn. See if you feel like they have a 10 here.
Mike's gonna fire out 100, and I think this is his super testament, right? Where if she pops it, oh, was she flatting?
She flats. She could still have a 10 here.
Of course, she could definitely do the same thing with a 10.
But she could also do it with medium pairs between 10s and 3s.
So now if you're Mike, it's a scary board, and the problem is I think Mike's going to lay his own price again. Because if he checks, Athena's going to bet no matter what. So by him betting 100 here, I think it's going to make Athena either raise or fold, and she folds.
Yeah, and it could be a spot there where he could bet 100 and get value from those medium pairs.
Of course.
Or even jacks or queens he's beating.
Yeah.
But if he gets popped, and with his stack size there, he had 300 and he bet 100. So if he gets popped to 300, maybe you can just get away from it.
Yeah.
And that means she has a 10.
Well, I think that boils down to welcome to the table, Mike. Comes in, counting cash with the one hand, drinking with the other hand,
Right?
wins his first pot with kings.
It's a lucky beer.
Welcome to the game, my friend.
What's up, Jimmy Bluffett? Long time no see.
Absolutely. Good times. Guys, I'm looking around. We got some pretty healthy games going on. I think we got like 7, 8 games running. Download our Stones app. Check out the list. Check out what's running. Hop in. Sign up for a game. I was just testing it the other day and signed up for a game by accident. And I was out of town, and I'm like, how do I take myself off the list? So guys, really sign up for a game if you're going to come. Don't just like sign up if you're totally in Tahoe playing the circuit event like I am. That's just kidding.
Whoopsie.
Just kidding.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button under the stream as well so you can get notified when we go live. 4 ways to this flop, king 10-6, couple spades.
Athena with the spade draw here.
Hey, hey,
Hey, Aaron, because she's suitor.
Suitor.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom. Every time.
Vodka, water.
You should just
Water.
vodka.
Bingo, bango,
Bingo,
for
bango,
Aaron.
yes. +1 for use of the term. +1 for Aaron getting there.
And Maddie with 2 pair here. Athena's still with a flush draw, and Aaron, man, running good tonight, right?
Dude, killing the game right now.
Binks this turn. And again, it is so disguised.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be like, I think you have 8-9.
Exactly.
I think that's where you're at right now. Well, now it's not disguised anymore. So this 4 card straight to the board, any 8.
River. And he does get a little raise in there and gets some extra value from the 2 pair and the flush draw.
115.
So it looks like 115 was the bet here
Who said that?
from Aaron. I think
Okay.
that
So
was
checks to Aaron. He bets
Kuko, yeah, there
115
you go.
for value.
And especially if everybody checks to you on the river here. I mean, you already had it. You're definitely not going to not bet it here. So
Yeah, it's
money,
hard to get value from.
yeah,
you
just
know.
about anything there.
Anything.
Yeah, well, just anything. I mean, even I was going to say even 2 pair, and you saw 10-6 just insta-muck. He's going.
Yeah, that
obviously.
might be a spot where you can bet like really small for value and just hope to get hope to suck in a 2 pair type hand there.
I feel like that's a spot where you're like, okay, 80, okay, 60, okay, 50, okay, $10. Who's gonna give me 10? You're like auctioning yourself down.
Yeah.
This is get called in the dark. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we do need more emotes, I think.
I enjoy our chat. We
Plastica.
they make fun use of emotes for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Plastica, what's going on?
Raise the 50.
Oh, right off the bat from our honey badger here, picking up kings.
LG, we haven't seen much action from him
No,
tonight.
I haven't even
and,
seen him in a pot. I'm like ready for
It
this.
looks like he's gonna get some action here.
Everybody wants
He's up
some.
against a pair.
Look at this.
Aces.
Damn,
And
almost all the aces are busy.
Is
Athena's
this
got
going to be the one time where kings are not an ace magnet?
I mean, I already feel this is gonna be a big pot. Like I'm ready
There's one left.
I'm ready to mark this one down, guys. Watch case ace on the flop still. Watch.
Right?
No, oh, that's a scary
50
board.
gets 4 callers. Pretty scary flop. Jack, Jack 9, couple clubs. No one has a jack. I mean, no one's really loving this spot.
I love it.
Obviously.
Jeremy bets $5. Checks around. Jeremy bets 5 into 250, and Honey Badger just calls the 5. I love it, guys.
It's such a like weird fishy bet that you're
I
like,
love
hold
it.
on, what does it mean?
Yeah, what's
I'm
Kyle
just
gonna do?
call and see what he does on the turn.
What's Kyle gonna do? Go all spaz. Well, that's the thing is, it's a bet to induce spazziness.
Yeah, and you get to see what everyone else does.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's made to induce super spaz. Like, oh, you bet 5, I make it 300. You know.
Right. So 4 of hearts on the turn. Obviously, it's a brick, but it puts a second heart out there. Now when it checks to Kyle, he has to feel like he has the best hand, and someone was just messing around. Doesn't feel like someone has a jack here, like maybe Queen 10 or 10-8, maybe some clubs, some kind of drawy hand.
Yeah, and so Kyle's kind of putting out that sizable bet to where he's just like, you either need to raise me now and represent, or we need to see what's going on in this pot here. So Athena's just going to flat call, and that's...
And Athena's suspecting that her sixes might be good here. Maybe Kyle's making a move here with ace-king, ace-queen.
Yeah. Obviously, Kyle's weary of not only a jack, but a potential flush draw as well. And Jeremy originally bet the 5. I love it. Jeremy's like quickly becoming like one of my favorite players. I love how he just like, I do what I want. I do exactly what I want. Don't worry about it.
I haven't really seen him play much, but I already like him.
And right there, like Jeremy's never Hollywooding. If you think he's thinking about calling, he's thinking about calling.
Yeah, he was thinking about doing something.
This is not a bad card here for Kyle because obviously it makes it less likely that Athena would actually have the one jack to make.
He has to feel real good about his hand now, and it means that he could probably get.
Oh, and Athena goes for it.
As it is.
Kyle snap calls. What a beast. Of course it's good. Yeah. And that's one of those things where she didn't really even have.
It out perfectly.
Of course, and she didn't have enough money to even scare him. I mean, if she just ships it with 2K, but the thing is, if she had quad jacks, would she be shipping 2K no pot? I don't think so. You know what I mean? She'd want to get value out of it.
Like 175.
She did, but I'm saying, if she had as much as Kyle had in front of him, right? I mean, like even if she shoved, didn't matter her stack size at that point. Even if she shoved with a monster, it almost looks more fishy. Like there's no way you have quads.
Right.
You know, so it's like there's nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with kings there, you just have to call the way the hand played out.
Especially with her stack, right? Couple hundred, you got the jack, you got it.
Congratulations.
You got it. On to the next one.
Exactly.
So, good for Kyle here. Haven't seen him in a lot of pots, as in like none, and first pot he's in, he's like, I got kings, and they're totally good.
Exactly.
So, our rich get richer here. I'm War Crusher, what's going on? Asian Power, welcome, welcome.
Chips on 11, please.
For the record, this is what is in my water bottle, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely mango Rockstar here, sponsored by Rockstar. It's not sponsored yet, but if you're watching, you can sponsor this.
I was like, I don't know if you're allowed to say that, man.
By the case, whatever.
Is it mango?
Yeah, it's mango passion orange awesomeness.
Nice.
Reminds me of that Hawaiian drink like Pog or whatever. Really delicious.
Pog? Weren't those the little things?
Those were definitely, those were like, you had the Slammers, remember Pogs?
Yeah.
You guys remember Pogs, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you don't remember Pogs, you're too young to be watching this stream. Turn it off right now.
Yeah, too young. Go to bed.
It's past your bedtime.
Jack
Especially if you're
10,
the Eastern.
5, couple clubs here. Jeremy with a pair of 10s. Aaron, open-ended and overs.
We're dealing out some fun like setup hands, at least pre-flop,
Right?
like all sorts of playable
Very
action,
fun.
you know what I mean?
Aaron here leads out 25, and Jeremy makes it 100.
Yeah.
Jeremy does have the best hand. He also has backdoor hearts. I mean, Aaron definitely has outs, so he's gonna call Jeremy. Jack on the turn, and neither player with the jack. Neither player probably likes this card. Wow, it's also a club. 9 of clubs on the river. So Aaron makes it straight. Neither player with a club. Yeah, so Jeremy just decides to check back, probably feeling like Aaron's calling like most of his hands that he's bleeding and calling a raise with on the flop. As it is, Aaron just had one of the few hands he could have that would have folded probably to
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I think it's a good shutdown in general. In the long run, probably a good spot to just shut down. And
Jeremy's like, is my Canadian boat any good? 3 pair? No good? That's no good? Okay, cool.
exactly. So Aaron, man, again, running good. Like, I feel like you're not going to win that hand very often, like when that's the turn. But he wins. All about the slammers.
No freebies. You gotta work for your shit.
Yep. The graphics game here is on point.
I love it. And that's the best part is that we're always updating the software, we're always making great changes, and at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun because I come in and all of a sudden I'm like, where do these headshots come from?
Yeah,
and now we
it's
can
awesome.
see what the action was.
Exactly.
And it's funny, when I was just playing in Tahoe at that circuit event over the weekend, and I just pictured this action tracker here on the side. And like when I was playing, like I wanted my own action tracker in my head, like
That's
boom,
so funny.
check bet, re-raise, check bet, boom, boom, you know.
Yeah. It's a good way to think about it. Have a little matrix in your head
It
going.
was awesome, yeah.
So Kyle again opens to 20, gets called by Mike with King 3. Perfect flop for Kyle.
Oh God, what
King,
a setup!
Queen 3, another setup flop. Kyle with top 2 and Mike with top pair and bottom pair.
So Kyle fires 25, Mike min raises to 50. This could get ugly
So what do
real
you do
quick.
here if you're Kyle? I mean, the board is so draw heavy. Yeah, he's just gonna pop it up again. He could definitely get called by, well, heart draws.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's
Especially
interesting.
king with heart draw.
So there was
Oh.
a snap call from Mike here when he raised it to 200. There was a super snap call, and the hearts is scary, but I don't know. I figured he was originally raising you, and the thing is, you have the king of hearts too, so it's not like he could have. And this is the blocker we were talking
Yeah,
about, right?
you
So
can-
you can't have a king with a flush draw. So
Right.
he's either raising you on a flush draw and snap calling,
It
which is
could
doubtful.
be like 10 jack of
Yeah,
hearts,
okay.
or like jack 9 of hearts, or ace jack, or something like that with like a gut shot and
Yeah.
a heart draw. I'm sure Kyle doesn't love the turn, the heart here, but I don't think he can get away from it either.
Angry Polak, what's going
He
on?
just checked calls, 155.
Oh, scary card, but not for Kyle.
Wow.
So that's gonna be
Nice,
Kyle's second
nice
nut
river
flush.
for Kyle here.
Kyle's hand is just a beast right here.
Wow.
And
Checks.
Mike's gonna take the opportunity to just stuff at it here.
Wow.
And that is not gonna end well for Mike here. All in, and I think we're just gonna see a pretty quick call here from Kyle.
Yep.
Veronica, there's your honey badger putting
Kyle's
in work.
definitely checking here to call, not to check fold.
E1080, what's going on? Well,
So maybe Polak.
man, wow, yeah, 6, 7, 8,
Monster
yeah.
hand for Kyle. So he's now played 2 hands and won like
Yeah, like 100%, yeah.
with both.
Honey Badger crushing it. Guys, I don't know. I think seat 4 might be a little rough right there. We get him in and we get him out. Seat 4 is the freaking chip grinder seat. So get him in and get him out. Wow.
Yeah, right? Dang.
Wow.
Twice. 2 casualties.
You know why? Because Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't care at all. Nothing phases the Honey Badger.
That's right. Right down.
Yeah. Honey Badger's on fire.
That was a pretty good one. Honey Badger played it well. Just soon Crane is coming in with the wipe down of the table.
Oh, exactly.
Sure, you know.
Keeping it fresh, keeping it fresh.
That's right.
Good old JFK Stones TV.
Keeping it fresh.
Transpired, what's up? Stones Gambling Hall. We are right here located outside Sacramento, California, in the luxurious Citrus Heights, I believe, as JFK calls it. Actually, I think he says we're in Citrus Heights and this is the luxurious Stones, but I like to mix it up the other way around.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, come on down. If you have
Full luxury mode over here.
full luxury
yeah.
mode, if you have anything that's called Highway 80 around where you're living, just get on it and drive to us. It goes all the way across the U.S., guys. You'll get here eventually, I
Is that
assure you.
true?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It goes to like freaking New York or Pennsylvania or something crazy. I was out there for work and
It's
I
so
was
confusing because like it goes north to south,
Oh,
it goes
yeah.
east to west. Like I
I was out there for work and it's like hop on Highway 80 real quick and
impossible.
hop on Highway 80 and like my 80, like my Highway 80
Like,
out there in
what?
California. What?
Crazy. That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Tank X, yeah, he's wiping down all the bad luck.
Oh my god. That's he brought the disinfectant wipes for that,
The
guys.
next person's gonna run like amazing.
Oh my god.
Hilarious. Never sit at any seat. They all have bad luck. Okay, here's your power. I mean, I guess.
Seat 0 always wins. The dealer's always winning. That's for sure. That is for sure.
You want to
I
have
may have used all the luck in that seat. Although, I've seen Veronica get pretty lucky in that seat as well.
Yeah, oh my god. Well, Veronica
She
crushes...
usually sits in seat 4?
Veronica crushes the Veronica and Friends game, which is coming up, guys, so you don't want to miss that. Veronica,
right.
it's also known as Veronica and Hostages, Veronica Eats Souls, yeah, Veronica and Prisoners, you know, Veronica Runs Over the Table, whatever the hell you want to call it. Just tune in, because it's always Veronica Barrels
So,
Wine.
yeah, hang out and
Always
give
good
Veronica
times.
money.
Master C, what's going on, buddy? Welcome.
Hello, Master C.
all my friends? I hear you.
It's a 5-5. Go hop in, man.
976 Rainbow.
Get on the list.
Jeff with the open-ended.
I love it. We have people just walk right by our booth, ask what game it is, and then they go hop in the game.
That's awesome.
This is what I love about Stones. He's on it. I love it.
The turn is pairs the 6, and it's another club. So Jeff picks up some extra equity here with the flush draw. He's going to take it down.
Had my nut out deep. I gotta turn the
No one else with
around,
anything to
not
work
give
with
me
there.
Here comes a glove.
Master C, no, this is not Omaha High-Low, but there is a outside, what do we call that? A side game.
Side game.
It's like a Stones Live side game.
The lovely orange
Right,
chips.
yeah, right next to the game that you're watching. So they are playing Omaha High-Low, 816, I believe. Those chips are cool.
I right, and because they only get busted out in like the 816 game, they're actually like super fresh, and they're almost too crisp. Where like you know, you get the brand new chips, you can't even shuffle them, and they're like
Oh,
falling
yeah.
over because they need a little bit of grit to them, a little bit of like roundedness. They
And
need
they're
to get
not like
worked in.
caked with dirt and grime.
Yeah, just a little bit. And it's funny. Speaking of that, it's whenever we see somebody like go to like make a lucky call or something, kiss and chip, we always give a disclaimer, guys. I recommend against kissing chips at a casino. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. You know, that's just a good public service announcement.
Although you should keep your immune system up, and that's a good way to do it.
Yes, just little doses of
Like
bad
if you-
bacteria.
Yeah,
for
if you
sure.
want a stomach of steel, never get sick. Just kiss the chips in casinos.
Guys, again, this is a disclaimer for this advice that's going on right here. Just saying.
I mean, I would never do it though. It's disgusting.
Hashtag totally doesn't.
You're not wrong, says Tank X.
Not wrong.
You're not wrong. Seriously, wash your hands, please.
Oh, there we go. Here's a new shooter over there in seat 4. We were enjoying some dinner with him at the bar earlier, actually.
Who's this?
I don't know. He was sitting next to us at the bar when we were having some dinner.
Okay.
You'll see him. I don't
So,
know.
JFK Stones wiped down all the bad luck, so maybe he's gonna get some good luck. This guy, haven't seen his name yet.
Well, if it's anything like the other guy, he's going to win the very first hand he's in with kings, and then he might get stacked. And then he might get stacked by Honey Badger.
So Jeff raises it up here to $30 with Ace-9 offsuit. Athena comes on with 10 deuce offsuit, because why not? And Jeremy says, you know what? I want to see a flop too.
Plus, it looks like the new guy's maybe wearing like a Hurley hat or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. 10, 8, 7, a couple clubs, a little something for everyone here.
Open-ended for Jeff, pair of 8s for Jeremy, pair of 10s for Athena. Now look at that, 4 cards straight to the board, and guess what? Nobody has nothing.
Nobody.
Nobody. I love it.
That was a good classic.
But Jeremy's fearless though. So Jeremy fires. It looks like it's called King 8 out for Jeremy. Only improves his hand. I love how he doesn't slow him down. On a 4-card straight board, Jeremy's like, I do what I
So
want.
sick. He bets it with just third pair.
Very good.
Oh, and Jeff makes
Jeff's
the call.
calling it on the line, too.
And this is why, guys, because Jeff knows that Jeremy is capable of, carry the one anything. So it's not like, I mean, he can totally have air there.
But also, Jeremy's bet sizing is so great there. I mean,
It's super value-y, right?
He knows Jeff isn't going to call a big bet because, you know, he should have some kind of straight here, right?
Yeah.
So Jeff's not going to call a big bet without a straight. And he just makes it 30 and gets paid.
Why not?
buy a 9.
That's poker. So take a look at these chip stacks here. Resident Honey Badger still up at 2.8K. Aaron and Jeff S, 2.3K and 1.8K. Our short stack is Jason, I believe that's our new guy who just bought in there, and he bought in for a nickel. So 500 is the small stack, which is not even really small.
Yeah. 100 big blinds.
100 bigs. I'll take it. Yeah, when you're used to playing tournament poker, you're like, I got 20 bigs. I feel great. I'll take 100. I'll take 100 bigs all day.
Take 20 bigs, run it up.
So Kyle G here, who's running on a heater every time he's in there, is going to raise it to 25 with Ace Jack, the parking lot hand. Going to get 3-bet by Maddie to 80, by Ace Queen notched again, and he gets away from it. That's why Kyle G doesn't go to the parking lot. That's why he stays at the table.
He folds his parking lot hand. That's how you avoid the parking lot.
Done.
Genius. Genius. 200 minimum, $1,000 max, and there's a table max. So
table stakes after that, yeah.
Yeah, at this point you could, if you sit down in this game, you can buy in for up to the max, which is probably what Kyle is sitting with.
Well, so you come in and you say, I would like the Honey Badger stack.
Exactly.
Is what you say, and you
I would
can come
like
in.
to match Honey Badger. Oh, that's right.
Honey Badger don't care.
Aaron with the big stack as well. Not sure who has more, but they're both like up there around 2,000. Somewhere around 2K. 2Ks. I'm not sure what's going on with the mom juice conversation, but yes.
Oh, that's just Veronica. That's just good old mom juice, otherwise known as wine, guys. It's available in glass bottles and boxes.
Someone said wine. It's not just for breakfast anymore. I like that one.
Oh yeah, that's our bot. Our bot says that if you type in mom juice or wine, our bot knows what's up.
I love it. So Jeremy opens to 25 with 9-10 offsuit. Gets 3-bet here. Jeff calls with 6s. Jason makes it 100. Jason must be our new player in C4. Makes it 100 with Ace King. Yeah, Aaron folds. Jeremy comes along. Why not?
Ooh, look at that
That's gonna
flop.
bring Jeff in too.
Get some for Jason.
Wow.
Top 2 for Jason here. Jeremy spikes a 9. Jeff misses his 6s here. Checks through. Danger. Now, again, this is actually perfect because this is going to be just enough for Jeremy to stick around here. Now it gives Jeremy a straight draw as well. Jeff will be gone in a heartbeat. I think Jeremy is going to fire. 250, what a tank.
Wow.
What a beast.
Wow. Okay, 250 into 310.
You know why? Because Jeremy does what he wants. And Jason, our new shooter,
Jason checked back this flop, even though it's an amazing flop for him, just to get it in on the turn. So he's not ever considering folding or anything. With his stack size, and now Jeremy can't even fold because it's 150 more. And yeah, he could hit a queen. He's drawing to a queen. Hey, that's 4 outs. That's way more outs than you need.
Oh, 2 pair, and it's not the outing. It's funny because you might actually think like, hey guys, there was actually an out for me, and it's not.
Yeah, it improves his hand, but not enough.
Not enough. 2 pair to 2 pair here, and again, guys, so C4 is a little weird. You hop in, the first hand you play, you're gonna get paid,
right?
And but then you might lose it all back. That's just how it works here.
No,
okay?
but JFK Stone's wiped down that seat. Like I think it might just be running good now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, he wiped it down, so now it's like smooth sailing for C4s.
I love it.
Easy game, that's right. Just flop top 2, check back, let your opponents barrel into you, get it in. Easy game.
Monster.
We really have seen C4 win some big pots on the first hand, right?
History repeats itself. Guys, don't forget to click that heart and subscribe to us. We are live with you here every Monday and Wednesday, hanging out, having a blast. Unfortunately, going to have to put up with me probably most of the month of November. So whether you
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Still subscribe.
Whether you love it or hate it, subscribe, then unsubscribe. Subscribe again because it feels so good. And then hang out and enjoy some fun. Drooby Dooby Doo, what's going on?
You're gonna get called to the back for saying unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe, they're like, well, bro, did you just tell people to like not watch? That's not cool.
What is your problem?
That's not cool. Only so they can watch again. You want to rewatch.
Right. It is fun, just the motion of
honestly, if they'd let me do every stream in my Deadpool costume, I'm in. Because that was last.
Nice.
They never even caught that I had real swords. Yeah.
GA on 11, please.
Uh-oh, I'm calling for a floor. Whatever it is, I love it.
So Kyle G and Aaron, definitely the big winners in this game so far. Lots of poker yet to be played though.
Kyle G just has a strong winning percentage. I mean, he's
Right,
like,
he
when
just folds when he's gonna
yeah,
lose.
exactly. He's like, oh, you have ace. He's like, hey, I have ace jack. You have ace queen. Okay, bye.
He builds massive pots when he's gonna win. Like, nice life.
God.
So 3 ways here to ace 8-2 flop, couple diamonds. Jeremy with the only ace. Jeremy bets 20 and Jeff's gonna look him up with his king high, probably suspecting that his king high is good.
So a possible flush draw, if he had it, would have got there with the queen. Meanwhile, he doesn't have it, but he does spike up with the queen, giving Jeremy a bit of a redraw to a weird, non-super small diamond here, and the 8 peels off. He's like, I have a flush. I don't want to have a flush, but I do.
The queen. And Jeremy again with the small value sizing here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, with the $20 value bet.
Jeff's gonna get away from it this time.
Yeah. Even though Jeff improved on the turn, made a pair of queens. Can't love it.
And I really haven't seen much action, I mean, other than the one kind of pot he was involved in with the straight draw with Athena, I haven't seen much action from Peter, actually.
Oh yeah, we really haven't seen
I've really
Peter
seen him
get
involved
mixed
in a
up
lot.
into many pots.
Yeah. Seen some action from Athena, obviously Aaron, obviously our rangeless monster, Jeremy, Kyle, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm liking Jeremy's game. It's it's good to watch.
Yeah. Oh, good. So it looks like we're getting some news here. I mean, I know the last time we had to cut it just a little bit shorter. Graphics actually ended up dying like 15, 20 minutes before the end of the stream, something like that. And it looks like the developer of the software has actually been working on that a lot since our last stream. So hopefully we go all the way. Because heaven forbid, we're always chanting for overtime here in
That's
chat.
right.
You know what I mean?
Tank X said, let's be cross our fingers.
Oh, nice. God, can I just get a slow clap for our chat just one time for the chatters who are joining us? All right, on to this board. King 7-6 here. Honey Badger here. Kyle with threes. No love. Ace 9. Deuce 4. Three still in the lead,
Not a
actually.
great
Checks
turn
around.
for anyone. Kyle probably suspects at this point that his threes are ahead, but he really can't bet them.
And if he did suspect it on the turn, that's probably the best card you could see on the river.
They should still be ahead.
Good.
Only on that river only.
Exactly. And Kyle's going to take it. I love it. First to act, Kyle's taking the line. Why wouldn't you?
He could get paid by ace queen, ace jack, ace deuce,
Yeah.
but nothing else.
Oh, I mean, that's the
And
weird thing.
Jeremy has a deuce.
And he does, he does.
Yeah, or any deuce.
I feel like he bets for value and gets called by the one possible value he hand that he can beat, right? He's like, I know you got a deuce, pay me. Love it. Hilarious. So guys, click that heart, subscribe to us, make sure you don't unsubscribe to us or I'm going to get fired and she might get beat up. Actually, be the other way around. I'll get beat up and she'll get fired. Either way, make sure you click that heart and subscribe. Yeah, for sure. We all know that that's really what's going to happen. That would be interesting. Disjunctive, I think, actually brought this up last time, adding a stuck column on the chip counts.
A what?
Like a stuck, like if you're stuck, right? Let's say you get stacked.
Stunt column. I was like, what?
No, that's for like how cool you put out your chips like Athena did earlier with the two-hand motion, you know.
Like we get people that look like home to come in and pretend that they're
That'd be brutal. That would totally be brutal. This just in. Fantastic.
You just got stuck with the label.
I love it. Just boom, right here. Twitch Spotlight. You know what I love about Twitch Spotlight is this.
Oh my.
We get people coming in from the homepage and they hop into the chat and it's really awesome because they're like, I don't know anything about poker. I don't even know what I'm watching, but I'm enjoying it and I'm here and I'm hanging out. You know.
I mean,
So
it's probably because poker's fun.
It is,
Or
right?
It can be.
It is. Barreling chips and barreling booze at the table. Welcome to poker.
Yeah, welcome everyone.
Fantastic. So we've got a couple of mystery hands here.
So Jeff raised it up here to 15, gets a few callers.
And now here, check this out. So Jason's actually going to flop open-ended. Maddie is going to flop a gut shot straight draw. And look at this flop for Jeff, who was our original raiser, a pair and a flush draw. Beast mode.
He's gotta like this flop. He's gonna just check out of position with, you know, 3 opponents. He's gonna just check and definitely at least call and some bets. And yeah, like you said, Jason open-ended, Maddie with the gutter and backdoor nut hearts. He has the ace of hearts, so if it went runner hearts, he would have the nuts.
All sorts of potential.
Lots of potential.
You gotta feel great when you're Jeff and you're the original aggressor here and you flop that flop. You're like,
right.
I'm firing, I'm just getting splashy with Jack 9 suited.
It checks around to Jeremy, who, you know, we've seen be pretty aggressive, and he does bet 60. Jeff just calls, and we've seen Jeff kind of take these lines against Jeremy, kind of let Jeremy bet. Just in case he's bluffing, let him keep bluffing.
Yeah, let him kind of set like hang his own noose per se.
Yeah.
So Miss City here, and but Jeff's still the best. And Jeff's just gonna play it safe, check it down.
Yeah, I would expect the way the hand played out. I would expect Jeff to actually be check calling there most of the time.
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't going anywhere, regardless of what Jeremy bet.
Even though it's a scary river.
But and again, but it's Jeremy, and this is one of those things where his image works totally for him and totally against him at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we have seen it get paid off.
Yeah.
At least like those small value bets. But, yeah, I feel like Jeff was probably planning on calling there.
Fantastic. Chaotic Dragon, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, Mr. Optics. Hello, old friend. How are you doing there, buddy? If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, maybe you're catching us from Twitch Spotlight there. Make sure to click the heart and subscribe button. We're here with you twice a week. 3 hours live cash action located right outside Sacramento. Always a good time. We stream anything and everything from 2-3 all the way up to 10-25. We got some juicy 10-25. We got 10-25 games where they do live 50, live 100 with like JC Tran. There's like 50, 70, 80K on the table. It's not small. It's a little bit bigger than your nickels and dimes home game. So we have a lot of fun here. Looks like our resident dealer Eddie hopping in the box. Action Eddie getting it done.
Yeah, make sure you click the heart, subscribe.
And look at this, our boy is back here, moving from seat 4, took a breather, had a beer, now he's moved over to seat 3. Love it. Absolutely.
And here we have, what just happened? He was, oh, okay, I think he posted, and then
we got, looks like with Jason right here.
Yeah, Jason under the gun made it 40.
And he's in. Are we going to see fireworks firsthand? I am not surprised.
Hopefully our graphics will catch up with us here. We haven't seen their hands yet.
We got a couple of mystery hands. It looks like an all-black flop maybe.
Wow, and
JFK Stones, they're looming over the table. And it looks like
C3 just leads out there.
And I think he showed, was it Jack's maybe? Jack?
I think that was the flop.
But he was just worried about Justin standing behind him. He was really freaking him out. He's like, I already signed this waiver. I don't want to sign this.
Standing behind him freaked out everything. It made the graphics not work. He just like stopped time.
Classic Justin.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Screwing with the time-space continuum every time.
Exactly.
Welcome. If you guys are interested, you guys want to get in the game, you are watching a lovely 5-5 no-limit game here. If you guys want to get in the game, you can either call or shoot a message to our concierge here. You're going to see the info there in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Also, download our Stones Poker app, Stones Gambling Hall app. It's available in the Google Play Store, available in the App Store. You can check out the games that are running, you can check out the menu, you can check out the tournament schedule. It's super rad-tastic.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can just get on the bus right there, and then you can drive on in.
Yeah, and yeah, I said rad-tastic. That's a word. This is California.
Rad-tastic.
Welcome.
We make up lots of words in this booth.
We do it. Whatever.
Because why not?
Suited. Cheers.
Oh, speaking of Kyle G, 6'7" suitor.
Suited for Kyle G. Honey Badger.
Cheers, guys.
Well, no, I get all that.
Pretty good flop for the old 6'7" suitor. How did he fold?
Oh, he did fold.
Yeah.
No bueno.
How did you fold that? 7-5-4 rainbow here. Jason checks.
two different ways.
Like Maddie checked also, and Jeremy fires out
So you can't blame the deer for being a little confused.
phony. Maybe. Got a little lag on our graphics, but we'll catch up here soon. I'm sure of it. So Jason comes along here with his pair of fives and backdoor hearts. Queen of spades on the turn. Jason's just gonna check. Jeremy bets. Very good turn for Jeremy.
Right? I mean,
bets, the flop with just 2 overs. Turns the queen, bets 70, takes it down.
Takes it down.
Takes her down.
Let's take a look at our stacks here. Our 2 big stacks, Kyle G and Aaron here at 2.8K and 2.3K. We got Mike there who just bought in fresh at 400. Yeah, good times. Always fun at the 5-5 game.
Yeah, a couple real big stacks here. Jeff has 1,600.
And guys, at this point, it is table stakes for the buy-in. So at any given point, you can sit down and buy up to the largest stack on the table.
Yeah, that really makes the games here pretty juicy.
It really does. I mean, I was just playing up in Tahoe with the series, and I was playing some smaller cash games, and they would limit you to like a $300 max buy-in, and there were people who've been playing all night, and they had $1,500, $1,600 in front of them. And I mean, I feel like you're just buying in for pea shooters and just throwing them in a mountain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And so like it's really nice that
And
you can come in and make match with the
Then
stack.
what if you just stack off 1,500 and then you can only rebuy 300? And
I know.
Then you're on like the grind of your life.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Oh my God. You're like, I don't have another 24 hours to sit here and do this.
Come on, we've all been there.
So yeah.
So Jeremy raises up to $20 here with Ace King. Mike comes along with Queen 3 offsuit. 9-7-4, a couple hearts. Pretty good flop for Jeremy to continue here, and he takes it down.
Our rangeless monster. I just love that term.
I do like that description.
Jake
It's
wins
pretty
that
good.
term right there, straight up, hands down. I love it.
That's pretty good. It's really hard to play against a rangeless monster.
Right? I mean, that's the thing is, and like I said, it works so well for them and so against them at points because if they ever really want to make a bluff, nobody ever gives them credit. But when they have a monster, again, nobody gives them credit.
Right.
So it's great.
You really get paid.
They just like they have quads, and you can basically flip. You can show your quads to them, and they'd still call your bet. You're like, no, you don't have it. You're lying.
Yeah.
It's some illusion.
With bottom pair.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fantastic. Mac and Cheetos, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Mac and Cheetos. Good name.
Respect the name.
You're gonna be that guy, huh?
Is this a straddle?
Going up here with Jason with Ace King.
So it was 15, and then Jason makes it 45. With Ace King. Athena's gonna come along with Ace 4.
What's the total?
So Aaron has to call 30 here. Really good spot for him to just call 30 to set mine in a multi-bet pot here.
Oh, absolutely. It's super sneaky disguise if you hit it too. Nobody
And
sees
I
it.
love the way Jeremy just called that bet. Just
Look at that.
matched one
Just
by one.
stacking out, guys. That's for the cameras.
The old string call.
For the cameras. And again, he's going to get plus style points for that. Those are calculated into the outcome. It's case 4 on the flop.
Wow.
Poker gods in full effect. Let's have some fun here.
And, like we said, good spot for Aaron to set mine.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody else has really a whole lot. But Jason does have the ace of diamonds if a king or a diamond wants to peel off on the turn.
And he has 2 overs,
Yeah.
and he was the one that 3-bet the pre-flop, so
And so he fires out 100 right off the bat.
Wow.
And Athena's going to make the call with a 4.
he calls the bottom pair here.
Danger.
And again, Aaron finds himself in a great spot.
This is where I'm Aaron, and I'm just thinking like, excellent, good,
Yes.
fantastic.
How do I get all of your chips?
Give me all of your monies. I want all of your monies, Gypsy.
And
And he has to move his water bottle off of his chip stack.
that's a great feeling. So it's an interesting spot because sometimes on a board like this, Queen 6-4, uncoordinated, you want to just flat here and let them, just barrel into you. But with the 2 diamonds,
It's scary, especially with
And-
4 players in the pot.
yeah, and
right?
with Athena,
Flat calling.
flat calling, she could have, draw type hands, maybe like straight draw, flush draw combination hands. And he definitely wants to get value from those. If he saw their hands, he would probably just.
Oh, he totally flat, right?
You
But yeah,
can't think
no,
going against Ace King offsuit here and Ace 4.
No, a flat call from Athena definitely kind of reeks of a flush draw.
Yeah.
Especially on a board like that. What else is she drawing towards? She's got either a flush draw, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, she doesn't have a monster queen.
For sure. Definitely a bingo bango flop here.
Bingo, right? But there's no love. There's no love out there for Aaron because there's really not a whole lot they can go on. And I can't see Athena continuing
I think
with
bingo
this.
bango is more of like a turn or river.
Yeah, oh yeah.
river,
Just you gotta hit that
phrase.
monster cookie right there.
Just like a bink.
You gotta bink it.
So yeah, this didn't work out so great for Aaron. Oh, and one of the tip chips went back.
I saw that and he
kept
took it. He took it. Give it to Eddie. Damn you,
He
Aaron.
might. Uh-oh, that might crush his
Wait, do we? Oh, he did throw it too.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
poker karma good,
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
Poker karma good. We're good here.
Poker karma's real.
I love how we all catch the little idiosyncrasies going on. You're like, oh, did you see that? That one chip flew back.
Funny.
Oh,
It was like I
fantastic.
wanted to not say it, but I just had to.
But you had to. Because you're a poker player. We're all poker players. We're having some fun.
Exactly.
Wicked
He
Slicker.
made it
You're
right.
funny.
He made it right.
Fantastic. Guys, click that heart button. We always have fun in here with you. I love our chat. Our chat's some of the best around. We have a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's good times.
Yeah, so that was a spot where, obviously Aaron wants at least one of his opponents to call there. In his case, he wanted both of them to call.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't know that. And obviously, if you can see their cards, you might sometimes act differently. Felt like a good spot to raise, though. Sometimes you just gotta flat and trap.
Flat trap. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's always a trap.
All right, we got action.
Turn, baby, turn. All your friends are in. We're all right here.
King, queen, 10 here on the flop. 2 pair for Aaron. Pair and a straight draw here for Jeremy. Maddie misses his 5s. No set my love there.
And Aaron's just gonna lead out here. Bets 50. 2 pair on this board is a little. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, you don't love it. You're not in love with it, that's for sure. You're honestly, you bet there, and even though you have 2 pair, you're just like, please fold, please fold,
What's the
please
word?
fold.
It means like susceptible to.
Action on this table.
Yeah.
Susceptible sounds good.
So a lot of bad turn cards for you. So a good spot to just lead out. Either take it down, maybe you get called by just a king, or straight draws.
You're hoping you call by just a king. I feel like most of the hands they're going to call you is going to be like a pair and a straight draw.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or I guess any random jack would call you there if they were open-ended. Jeremy,
Yeah.
Rangeless Monster,
Especially
cough.
with Jeremy in action there.
And our honey badger waking up with jacks.
Hey, you know what they say?
He only plays the big hands, and I'm not surprised.
That's
You
right.
want to just side bet? You want to just side bet that Kyle flops a jack?
I mean, he doesn't even need to flop.
I know.
He's just gonna.
It doesn't matter. Or he's gonna flop. He's gonna flop like 8, 9, 10.
Right.
He's just running so sweet right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's really only played 2 big pots, but they were such. They're.
Yeah, and he instant got away from the ace jack.
They were both really big pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the ace jack he opens and just folds to a 3-bet.
Because they obviously had ace queen.
Maddie had ace queen too. Like, okay. So yeah, Kyle's getting action again here. Opens to 20.
3 queen 3 here on the flop. Nobody with that 3. Kyle's jack still ahead here.
And no one with a queen either. I mean, it's not a terrible flop for jacks, obviously, but in a 5-way pot, you can't love your jacks here.
Now check out that turn for Maddie's hand. That turn actually gives Maddie a wheel draw and a nut flush straight draw as well.
That's right. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to go too crazy. And Kyle does suspect that his jacks may be good here.
Yeah, and it
He
also
doesn't
makes
even
it-
have a diamond, but he,
And it puts
recognizes
Athena
that.
open-ended as well, though, too.
Oh wow, yeah.
So Athena's open for an ace or a 6 here, no diamond would be ideal for her. King peels off, no love. That's not the card that Kyle wants to see, although that does give him a check mark.
That's right. So if this checks around, Kyle's gonna win. As it is, Maddie, I was gonna say, Athena has 5 high. She could think about trying to steal this, but it's pretty hard in a 4-way pot.
Oh yeah, that's
And
good.
yeah, Kyle's just gonna win again.
Because why not? Because
Even on a queen 3-3-2, king 3 down 4.
we're flush gonna go out there. It's like, of course it's good.
How do you run like that?
How you run so good? Where you get horseshoe? I like.
Better.
So that puts Kyle up there at 3K and Aces Ron here at 2.7. Pretty solid stack sizing. Guys, if you want to get in this game, come on down. The info is right there. You can text or call that phone number, or you can email JFK Stones there.
We're in the lovely Citrus Heights, California, outside of Sacramento.
Luxurious. Luxurious. Indeed.
Playing a classic 5-5 game.
Classic. Standard. Playing a very classic standard.
Standard unlimited hold'em.
Unlimited Hold'em. Hold'em with no limits, guys. There's no limits here.
And table max, so the stakes are big.
So it looks like a raise to 20 for Peter here. Athena makes the call. Aces Ron's going to come along as well with King 10.
Wow,
And then Jeremy.
Jeremy's a real hand.
And that's the problem. Again, we talked about this. You got a player who's all over the place like Jeremy with a real hand, like danger,
right.
danger.
Danger.
You're in your head, you're like, there's no way this guy has
Like,
queens.
is he allowed to have queens?
No way this guy has queens.
I always say that when a really aggressive player shows down aces or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on, floor?
Yeah, floor. I need a decision,
Allowed to
floor.
have that?
Who gave this guy cards?
And yeah, I mean, it's Jeremy, so he's gonna get action
So
here.
why are you not going to get 3 callers?
Especially, Peter, I don't blame him. He hasn't been able to play like any hands.
And of course this is a flop that comes. Like all the King 10s are busy here.
Right.
Athena Jack 3, she actually ends up spiking a little straight draw here, but
She has a gutter and backdoor spades and an overcard.
yeah, not a bad flop for Jimmy. I mean, you're like, okay, queens, whatever, bring it. I'm gonna fire here no matter what. And he does. He fires what? Two and a quarter. I think Athena's the only one who can even think about giving us some action here. Obviously, Ace of Thrones
Yeah,
is
and
gonna
the
be way
problem for
gone.
her here is, his bet is so big compared to her stack size. You can't really chase down a gutter, without the implied odds. She doesn't have too much behind if she calls, so she has to let it go. And Jeremy takes it down, and he shows.
He shows.
He's like, guys, I had a real hand this time. Check it out.
Jimmy's like, I bet you guys didn't put me on queens. Of course you didn't put me on queens.
No, dude, we put you on like 7-4, which was good.
Yeah, best case scenario, you had like 8-9 suited or something. Like, we don't, suited. I know, you just drank, so I had to go for it. Suited.
Yeah.
Cheers for those of you just joining us. If the word suited gets uttered in the booth, it's drinking time. So,
That's right.
as our other co-host calls it, Veronica, grab your mom juice, grab some wine,
That's right.
and come on in.
Get down here.
Get down.
I did a little bit of commentary. You never know.
Maddie waking up here with Ace King suited. He's going to come in for a raise.
Oh yeah. And Jeff, no one with much of anything, but Jeff has the old 6-7 suitor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely be playing some defense with this.
Yeah.
Or maybe just 3-bet.
Yeah, Wicked Slickerino, you can definitely come on down and play. We have a list, we got seats open, you can come on down anytime you want, man. And again, we put that info right in there. You can call or text or even just use the Stones app and put in your name that way and come on down.
And check this out, Jeremy comes along with Queen 4 offsuit on the button, because he has the button.
Because why not? Because it's Jeremy.
And that's gonna make, give Jeff an easy call on the big line. Jack 9-6 rainbow flop here. Maddie's gonna continue for 85. It's kind of scary because that smacks Jeremy's range, but
Smacks Jeremy's
he
range.
lets his Queen 4 go. And Jeff, with the best hand with bottom pair, does call. 4 of hearts on the turn, total blank.
And look at that.
Check, check.
Bingo bango. Not that he was
Bango for Jeff.
not that he wasn't already ahead, but
Right,
Jeff is going to
right.
spike trip 6s and definitely fire here on the river. Looks like he fires 130, and Maddie just quick folds before Jeff can even get the chips out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think once once Maddie's continuation bet gets called there, he's shutting it down.
Oh yeah, he's on slow roll mode. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he would have been happy to check back there and hope his ace high is good. If Jeff has a missed straight draw or something, it's pretty much the only way he's winning.
You know what I'm noticing too? It doesn't. I mean, maybe Maddie, but not really. A lot of the players are watching the stream on their phone, which is kind of refreshing. A lot of times when we have this going on, the players are all watching the stream on their phone and then looking at all the previous hands. And look, it looks like nobody's even doing it. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's kind of cool. These guys are just playing some real straight up poker. They're not like, I knew you were bluffing that hand.
I don't care what you did
I knew you were
30 minutes
bluffing.
ago.
Yeah.
Don't even care.
So Maddie here just came off the ace king. Looks like waking up with pocket kings. He's gonna make it 60 to go.
Wow.
And
It's for 60, huh?
no action.
He's probably getting a little frustrated. Most of his big hands haven't been held on.
Yeah, he can't get paid. Guys, if you're just joining us maybe from the Twitch homepage, make sure you click that heart and subscribe. We are here with you every Monday and Wednesday for a couple of hours hanging out. We also stream final tables of our larger tournaments as well. Like our last Sunday of the month is always 40K guaranteed, and we stream that. And that's always fun. Watching watching cash poker is fun, but watching tournament poker is great. It's a whole other element too, with the blinds and ever increasing, and just a lot of strategy there. Hidden 8277. No, all of these players started with different stacks. The max bind originally was what, 1,000?
1,000, yeah, 200 to 1,000, and then table max. So I think a lot of people did buy in for around 500. Some people bought in for 1,000, and then as you can see, as the stacks increase, people can buy in more, people can add on. So we don't have the numbers of how much people are in for. And if you think about it, some people might not appreciate that.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, that's the thing is we've seen people cash out, like 3-4K, and they're like, oh, nice run, and you're like, I bought every chip in front of me.
Exactly.
Like, this is my 3 or 4 grand I brought in from the card. Yeah.
It's kind of deceiving sometimes. So a little bet here on this flop.
Check through, and it looks like ace high. Yeah, aces were on here with ace high is going to take it. Because he always has an ace, because it's like in his name.
Yeah, Jeremy just calls here with a 5-2 of spades, looking for some backdoors.
Yeah.
Backdoor straight, backdoor spades. Yeah, with the table max rule, definitely get some big stacks on the games here. You see Kyle G with about 3K, Aaron 2,700, Jeff, Jeremy, and Maddie over 1,000. So pretty deep 5-5 game.
Peter? Haven't jumped up and down yet.
We are in Citrus Heights, California, outside of Sacramento. If you are in the area, you should definitely come check it out. Very nice room, nice place to play.
Great food.
Not smoky.
Great food. Be some duck tacos, just saying.
Oh yeah.
I never thought I'd say that.
Good salads. Good salads, and I hate salads.
I love it, it's true. 6, 7, 8 here, 2 clubs on the flop. Athena's actually open-ended here.
And with the backdoor,
Nut flush.
Here.
Waprai, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the chat.
What's up, Wapra?
And it looks like a bet of 25 from Maddie here with a gut shot to the 9. Whiff City.
Oh, he had a double gutter there.
Oh, he double gutter indeed, you're right. He needs Athena to pair her 5.
Interesting lead here. She's gonna fire at the turn, and that'll do it.
Taking it down, Athena the Warrior.
For sure. Welcome, unwelcome.
Well, welcome, unwelcome.
PM
That's 3 exclamacos 30. Welcome. That's a lot to say. Just welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. So yeah, everyone who sat in seat 4 got crushed, but then JFK Stones, the tournament
Wiped it
director
down.
here, he wiped down all the bad luck. And,
A little disinfectant wipe and the bad luck went away. It was
yeah,
that quick.
it really did. like, that was amazing.
Done deal.
Why didn't he tell us he had that power before? Like, that could have been helpful for us.
I feel that they should have had that power.
At some
we should have
point.
known.
Yeah. Instead, he just comes over to me in tournaments and coolers me.
That's rough. It's rough. It's a rough life. So Athena here waking up with ace-8 suited. She's going to raise it up to 15. Our resident honey badger Kyle G with ace-jack is going to call. And so is Jeff S with the same hand, ace-jack suited. 15. Suited. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happens.
Maddie's going to come along as well with queen-jack offsuit. And meet on the flop. Queen 6-5, couple clubs.
Maddie pairs up his queen here. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Maddie with way the best hand. He checks over to Mike, and he probably suspects that his sevens might be good here.
Absolutely. Why not? There's only one over, and everybody checks through. Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, he's gonna fire 30, and when he gets called in a couple spots here, he's probably not gonna love his sevens anymore. He's looking for a 7 or an 8, maybe a 4 to improve.
Deuce peels off here, no help to anybody. Maddie's still with the best of it by a long shot with his queen.
Yeah, and Athena had the ace and backdoor spades on the flop.
I think Athena was hoping to hit some sort of 7 or 9 with a spade
exactly.
there on the turn.
Yeah, she had some backdoors. Checks around on the king river, and Maddie is going to take that one down.
Maddie's queen's best, $185 pop for Maddie.
Good for Maddie, good guy.
That's all we ask. You're doing fine, sir.
So taking a look at these stacks here, it looks like there's, what, 8, 9, almost 10K on the table, something like that? Pretty solid.
I like it.
Yeah, when we first started tonight, there wasn't too much money on the table, but it's definitely blossomed.
Well, that's the thing, is that's what our C4 is good for. C4,
That's right.
you might not this guy particularly, but generally you sit down at C4, you buy in, you barrel some chips, you rebuy in, you barrel some chips.
Yeah, this is the third person to sit in that seat, right?
That's it. And that's the only seat that's getting busto for sure. I'm dead in dog ears. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. I disagree. These are not people just gambling their life away. These are pretty regular players, and we've seen them all do pretty well over the course of time, just in their own respective ways, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of them for sure. So Jeremy raises to 15 with queen 3 of diamonds and flops a couple diamonds. Not a terrible flop for him.
Come on. That's what I
He
need.
did get 4 callers. It checks around.
Gut shot for Mike here with 7-3 as well.
That's right. And
Aces Ron just going hands off in the back. I don't know what that's about.
so Jeff turns an ace here. But Jeremy needs a 2 for a straight or a diamond to make a flush. He ain't going nowhere. He's actually going to raise it up here to 75. I don't know why Aaron, hold on, did Aaron bet that? I guess Aaron bet Jeremy raised.
Yep.
And
You know why? Because Jeremy
best hand
does.
folded in there.
Yeah, because Jeremy does what Jeremy wants. Because he's a rangeless monster. He's our favorite rangeless monster.
That was a good spot for him because he got the best hand, the ace 8 to fold.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Why?
Yeah, Jeremy's a barreler. He's fun to watch.
Never let me win.
You know what I love about Jeremy? Jeremy just has such a great attitude when he's playing. I mean, winning or losing, you walk over, Jeremy's got a big smile. I saw him after the 10-25 game after, I think he was stuck probably a couple grand. And I walk over and he's just smiling. He's like, yeah, we'll buy you guys a drink, man. You guys are just so awesome. We're having a blast. We're having fun. You know, I mean, he's just super, super
Good to
nice
see,
guy.
you know? Good to
Super
see.
nice guy.
One time for you.
Poker can still be fun, guys.
I'm hoping I can raise with this shit.
Whoa. What?
That's just rude.
Well, Brian, I don't know what me you're talking to, me or Veronica.
So it
I
looks
did
like
like your shirt though.
Athena coming in for a massive raise. Raise to 15 from Jeremy, called by Mike, and Athena was like, here's a couple stacks.
Crazy.
Oh, look at
And again,
That's like half her stack.
Athena with the double-handed style points here.
Yeah. It's like the double barrel just
Holy. Jacks.
bam.
Jacks. 8.
eat it. She
Oh,
should.
so she shows him. She's like, check out my snowman. Done.
She's like, next time I'll have aces.
Done. Exactly. She's setting him up for the future, guys.
Make sure you click the heart button to follow Stones Live so you can get notified when we go live. You don't want to miss this action.
It's
Every
true.
Monday,
Let's-
Wednesday,
Yeah, let's see what games we have coming up
7 to
here.
10.
So this Wednesday, we actually have the lovely Valerie here, along with Jake in a 5-10 no limit.
True.
Followed up by 1 week from today, we're going to have Bart Hansen most likely here as a special guest.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to be good. That's going to be, it looks like me and JFK himself, the man himself. The man who can wipe down the bad beats.
Right? It's amazing.
For sure. So definitely tune in this Wednesday and Monday coming
Full
up.
superpower.
I'll take that. Please, I get to a tournament, like, excuse me guys, I have to wipe down the bad juju here. Wipe it down.
So here we have Mike opening the 15 with ace-8 suited. Maddie calls queen 10. Peter with 8-6 suited.
That was 2 suited. I was going to let it go with 1, but now I'm 2 suited. I'm going to...
A-Rod folds, and Jeremy wakes up with aces in the big blind. And as we said, you know, Jeremy's a barreler. I don't know if he's even allowed to have aces, but as it is,
Are you licensed for those aces? Is that allowed here?
as it is, he's probably gonna get action. Like people usually want to call him because he's so capable of raising with such a wide range.
Anything. And I would love... So if Mike comes along here...
I mean, Mike might even be thinking about playing back at him
Oh, no.
and just sticking it. But
I think
maybe
he
not.
was thinking about it, but I think he's just kind of stacking out some chips to call here. Now, if Mike comes along, and you know, that could drag along Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, Maddie's gone.
Yeah.
If that might drag along Peter, maybe not. But it might drag along Athena, too.
Yes,
if
a little
Athena
nudge
won-
for Peter there.
Yeah, it's too much for maybe Athena versus Athena stack, too.
Yeah, I mean, 15 to 80, it's a pretty significant raise.
I was like, because then a diamonds flop, it's going to be a hot mess here.
And the thing is, for Jeremy, he wants Mike to call with ace-8. You know,
Oh,
you might
this
be,
is great.
You know, you don't want the 5-6 to
Look,
call.
he's 92%. He has no idea he's 92% right
Right?
now. 9-9-10 here on the flop, all black. No help to Mike. I really can't see Jeremy getting any more value. Wow, Jeremy just fires out 250.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of put Mike to the test there for his whole stack.
You know, for me, if I'm Jeremy there's no way I'm firing out on a board like that, because you fire out 250, the only hand's going to call you is if he already spiked trips. So in my opinion,
I
I'm
think
going
he might get called by other pairs as well. just the
Yeah, I
way,
don't know.
you know.
I might let him. I might just check it over to him and let him just kind of fire at it.
Yeah, just in case he has like 2
Yeah.
overs or something. Yeah. I think checking the flop would have been fine. I mean, leading out, I guess he's staying pretty balanced because he's going to do that with pretty much all of his
Anything.
3-betting
Yeah,
hands. So,
yeah. Shoku, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat.
oh yeah, Veronica and Friends next Wednesday.
I think it's a week from next Wednesday.
Oh,
I will double check.
Then they seem
It is. Oh no, it is next Wednesday. Oh yeah, get in on that. Get in on the Veronica and Friends, guys. If you haven't tuned in on that stream before, I assure you, your life is not complete. You are missing out. Veronica and Friends is a great, great show, and you don't want to miss it. Look at
yeah.
this disco flop for Peter.
Bingo bango for
Yeah,
Peter.
Drift Heavens for Big Old P. Love it. And that's not going to stop Jeremy from just barreling with a
I
deuce.
had to bet it because I
Bring
was
it.
going to catch
He
him.
could have the best hand. Jeff has 4s. He probably suspects he has the best hand, although he does not. Peter gonna bump it up here. So Jeremy leads 20. Jeff calls the 20 with 4s, and Peter's just gonna raise to 135.
Peter
Big raise with that strong hand.
Peter screams, "I have a 7. Get out of my kitchen," is what Peter is screaming right now.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to get value from.
And Jeff opened up his ears and he heard what Peter was screaming.
Two-pair hands.
He heard that. He's like, "Bye."
Even flush draws, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to get value with that sizing.
I had aces. I had aces. Any pair's going to beat me if I can't. Someone's going to throw.
Baseball caps are super OP, overpowered. They need to be banned in tournaments. Baseball hats, hacking the world, hacking the poker world. We have a good even mix though. Yeah. Look at that. We have a good mix. We have 4 caps and 4 non-caps. Solid.
True.
It's like shirts versus skins in the game, right? It's like hats versus non-hats, hats versus heads. All right, so Athena here, she's going to pop it up to 20. Aaron right behind her. Yeah, Aaron right behind her is going to flat call. And then Jeremy with deuces is going to, is it 3-bet? Because you know why? Because Jeremy loves that button. You give Jeremy the dealer button and he's like, I'm in. Let's rock.
I like it.
Let's party. You guys want to party?
What did he make it?
We're going to find out here in a minute. Oh, I guess he just flatted.
Oh, okay. So King, Queen, 5, all hearts. No one with a single heart.
This could be anybody's pot here.
A-Rod with the gut shot. I mean, no one can really love their hand here. And this might work. Jeremy bets 50 when he checks him on the button with deuces. Because what else are you going to do with deuce of clubs, deuce of diamonds on this flop?
Of course, you got a barrel.
Yeah,
you got a barrel. You got to take it. He's got to show this watch. He's going to show it. I knew he was going to show it. I knew he was like, guys, check out my deuces, no heart.
He showed the queens.
I knew he was going to do
aces.
it. I knew he was going to do it.
Of course, he has to show the deuces.
Master, see what's going on. This shirt is just for you, buddy, because we're going old school right here. The original DJ on the record. Wicca, wicca. That's all I got. That's it. It's the only time we're going to DJ here
I
tonight.
just had like a really sad record sound.
That's good, yeah. I mean, I can do like that. So actually, quick story, growing up, I really thought that that's how you scratched records. And so, like, over at my folks' house, like, my mom had this nice record, and I put, like, this Stevie Wonder record on the player, and I seriously was just like, just completely ruined the record. Like, there were shreds of it coming off of it. And, yeah, it was bad. She was not happy. And it didn't sound anything like you hear in hip-hop music. I'm just saying. Somebody lied. That is not how you scratch records.
Wow, you're an ambitious little young buckaroo.
I was just trying to DJ, man. They didn't have, iTunes and a laptop at that point, all right? I was trying to be a real DJ.
You had the music in your soul so early.
Yeah, it was hideous. Nails on a chalkboard.
Jeremy putting chips in the pot again. Maddie opened here to 20 with ace-jack offsuit. Jeremy calls with 6 deuce, because why not? He has 2 cards.
Look at this flop for Maddie. Top 2 for Maddie like a boss. Nobody else, unfortunately, really has anything to come along with him, though.
Yeah, and he puts a pretty big C-bet here, and that's going to go through. No love for Maddie. Igor Pollock has 2 turntables and a microphone.
Nice. I respect that reference all day.
It's hard to not sing it.
I know, now it's stuck in my head. Now I hate you for that. Thanks a lot. That's all I hear now. Appreciate that. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you click that heart. We're always having fun here. And it's not necessarily just me and Val here. There's 2 other commentators. They're kind of alright. I mean, they're kind of...
Wow, you said 2. You didn't even include Justin?
Well, no. All he does is go around and wipe down bad meat juju. That's all Justin does.
Pretty amazing, though.
No, I left him out just so I can get fired after the stream. That's my goal.
That's your second strike?
Second strike? One more, guys. One more. I got one more to do.
But you regenerate at each stream, so it doesn't really matter. It's hard to get.
But I'm on a 4-strike system. I don't know what you guys are.
Oh, that's good.
Speaking of 4s here, 4, 6, 9 on the flop, couple of hearts. Bottom 2 for Maddie. Top pair for Peter.
Jason's 7's looking okay too. He might want to see a turn. And Maddie leads out 85 with bottom 2. And Jeremy calls with 5 deuce. Looking for a 3.
Service on 11, please.
So he just has a gut shot.
Straight flush and tuning in to see some coolers.
He also has bluff outs. And he makes a pair on the turn. See, now he can rip 7-8.
It's always the selfie.
Yeah, like when he floats that flop, I'm not expecting him to fold on this turn. I'm expecting him to call again or make a move. And so Maddie leads 160 on this turn. Wow. And
Deuce ball.
Jeremy calls and just, oh, okay.
Yeah, 4-6.
So Jeremy made 2 pair and checks back because he made 2 pair. He has showdown value now. I did feel like he was going to bluff a lot of rivers though.
Oh yeah, regardless of what
Like
game.
a straight card or a heart. And Maddie scoops a pretty nice pot there. Straight flushing. That's funny.
What? I'm right here. What? What's the problem? I don't see any problem. Kyle returning to his seat to pick up
Thank
another
you
monster hand.
for correcting our fan.
I just in case the chat just gets it wrong sometimes, we gotta help them out. You know what I mean?
Between you and JFK Stones, I don't know.
Wow. Then a new commentator. It's even a secret to our commentators. It's actually not a secret.
What's that?
We were told we were being replaced.
What was that?
Actually, he said we've added a new commentator to the lineup. Actually.
Oh.
But it's a secret to us. Unfortunately, we have to vet them, so JFK doesn't know this yet. But if we don't like them, they're not in. So it really doesn't matter
This is true.
at this point.
Yeah, sorry JFK if you didn't know that rule.
Sorry, bud. You think you're the boss, but you're not the boss.
Right?
You're not the boss of me.
Not my dad.
Oh, look at this, Peter.
Jack 4.
Bingo,
3.
bango.
Bingo, bango.
Set for
Bottom
Peter.
Set. Bottom set of Rooney.
Said a Ruski. Said a Ruski.
Couple diamonds.
Mike here with a pair of 4s and possible running potential as well for a
Peter's
hard
gonna
draw.
bet 35. And Jeremy's gonna check raise here. No? Just kidding.
Top pair for Jeremy, hoping that a straight draw for him peels on the turn.
Jeremy. Yeah, okay. Sorry, that was not a check raise. Just a raise in position with Jack 5. So obviously his Jack is not very strong. Seems like he's raising here, not so much for value, but maybe to get a free card on the turn, or yeah, free card. Ace of diamonds on the turn, and that might slow things down a little bit, or not. Slows things down for Peter. He's gonna just check. Jeremy fires out again, and Peter's call here has to be pretty scary for Jeremy. Wow.
Wow,
This
another
could
jack.
get him in trouble.
This is going to be dangerous
So
river here.
Peter fills up on the river. 3's full of
Checks it
jacks.
to Jeremy, and Jeremy checks it. How does Jeremy check
Yeah,
that?
great check back.
Wow.
Great check back from Jeremy here.
That's crazy. The one time Jeremy doesn't get super loosey-goosey with it. Wow, like, and that's why you see Peter laughing. Peter's thinking, how does Jeremy, of all people, not bet that river?
Yeah, the thing is, like, Jeremy... Okay, so Jake called him a rangeless monster.
Yes.
So we know that Jeremy is capable of playing aggressively, of being rangeless, essentially, like playing any 2. But he's not a total maniac.
Oh, absolutely. It's an educated maniac, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah.
And you know, Jeremy recognizes on this river that if he bets, like it's pretty hard for him to bet for value when Peter check calls that turn. It seems like Peter has either a flush or maybe a set.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to get value from anything worse than trick jacks there on that board.
Yeah.
So very good check back from Jeremy there.
Thank you.
And Peter probably feels like he missed a value bet because I think Jeremy would have had to call.
I love the bribery.
Shitty value. Any business. There's competition. Look at that little shit.
Yeah, largest viewership. I think we had a couple thousand viewers at once for sure.
Wait, this is white?
What can I say? Sometimes these games are just like nuclear explosions of awesomeness. Yeah, I don't make the rules. Talk
You
to
never know when it's gonna when a game's gonna
Talk to the
erupt.
players. I mean, we've had games that started out kind of slow and then all of a sudden just went into crazy like meltdown,
Yeah.
like chip spewing mode.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, it's all about the chemistry of the lineup, but also the cards. Like sometimes there's just crazy setup hands that you know lead to much action. About tree fitty, like that tank.
Tree fitty.
Tree fitty.
A cheese puff. What's going on?
McRib.
Yeah, dude, the ribs are great. Nothing like a fake bone pressed into a patty.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. When you describe it like that, sounds delicious. Jack 6-4 here. Jeremy's open-ended. And bingo bango.
Bingo bango!
8-ball on the turn.
8-ball for Jeremy. We're not talking about the one he did in the parking lot. Boom.
Before the stream. Jeremy makes it straight. Wow.
Athena's gonna fire now. Look, 7 on the river. Changes nothing. Jeremy's still with a monster straight here.
Jeremy running pretty decent these days.
Dude, Jeremy beast mode.
I mean,
Jeremy activated beast mode.
Right? Even though he lost that the other hand against Peter, he didn't get sucked in on the river. Didn't have to pay Peter off when he made his trips.
There's look at our chip stack, guys. Looks like we're right around that 10K mark with cash on the table. Not a bad 5-5 no limit game. If you guys want to get on down here, we are located at Stone's Gambling Hall. We are right outside Sacramento in the luxurious Citrus Heights, California. Again, right off Highway 80. Can't miss it. You'll see a giant awesome sign. Good times.
Giant awesome sign.
Oh, hey there, babe.
Oh yeah.
Before I put my screen.
Yeah, I mean, table stakes. Get some juicy games here.
No, and we've talked about this before actually. Like all of the games, even the smaller games, the 1-3, the 1-2. These games play so much bigger than they are, which is great because I feel like you can kind of do like some minimum risk for maximum gain, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
they all play like one level up from what they actually already are.
Yeah.
So it's good times. Really, really good value.
Yeah, that's nice because you have the option, like you can play the smaller 1-2 game, or if you want to play a big 1-3 game,
Yeah.
that kind of plays like 2-5.
Exactly. The 1-3 games are sick.
Yeah, really good.
The 1-3 games are sick because I don't necessarily want to hop in that 2-5 game, but the 1-3 game plays close enough to the 2-5 to where it's like that sweet middle
It's
point,
really
you know?
nice, yeah. So Jack 7-5 on this flop. Jeremy flops top. 5 on the turn, and Maddie turns triple.
Disco for Maddie.
Bango.
Athena's gone.
I know what you have, but I know what I
So
have.
bet 60 from Jeremy. Maddie raises here at 150.
You're in trouble.
Master C looking for a train wreck, hoping for the ace on the river. Doesn't
Wow,
come.
7 on the river.
Nice scare card. Looks like it might have checked through there on the river.
Wow.
And Maddie's full boat with 5 is going to take it
That
down.
7 might have saved Jeremy some money on the
Oh
river.
yeah. If an ace peels off or something,
know
it's
I got
just
a
it's
call,
game
right?
on right there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
I know
solid
you
bet.
have, but if I
Beats the
make
call.
mine,
Yeah, Maddie pretty much has to go for value on most rivers, and he just decides to safely check that one back. Jeremy is running pretty good and playing well, so Maddie was content to check back there. Pedo VR? Yep. He said the game of poker seems to be very complicated.
It is. The game, so it's like, what do they say? The best games are ones that are fairly easy to learn but take a lifetime to master. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
It's just like poker and Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. Those are all games that are easy to learn and take a lifetime to master.
I don't know, guys. It's pretty simple. You just bet, raise, barrel until you win.
To basics, this original buy-in was at 200 minimum to 1,000 maximum, and now after that is table stakes, so you can buy in with up to the largest stack on the table.
Got some big stacks here too.
70.
Few people over 2,000. So Mike goes all in for $60 here with Queen 4 suited.
All right, 3 players, 1 all in all action.
Suitor! Come here, man. Come on. Yeah, whatever, man.
There's just like a lull. Aaron comes along with deuces, and Jeremy obviously calls it King 3 suited.
Jeremy, and there are no spades for anybody. Not a
Flops king.
single spade out
Flops
there.
a king. Turn jack. Aaron checks again. Jeremy's gonna bet it. Take down the dry side pot there.
I want a 3.
And Jeremy is going to take this down.
Monster.
See if Mike opts to reload again. Jeremy running pretty decent. I mean,
Looks like Mike's grabbing for some stacks of green.
he's lost some decent pots, but
Wait, no. Wait, maybe. I don't know.
Huh?
He might
Yes,
be playing the
no?
ATM game. You never know.
The whole thing for you, sir, or you done?
No, I'm done. Good luck to everybody.
Good. You have a great evening. Thank you.
computer's on
Anybody
fritz.
enjoy? Seat number 3. Number 3 is available. Small line, big line. Pepe, you are not in line.
Dealer change over to Sarah.
Uh-oh.
Action.
Watch out for the coolers.
Action Sarah coming in to cool out the
Action
table.
Sarah.
Watch out. You got 2 outs, you get an out, and you get an out, and you get an out. Everybody gets outs. You think your aces are good? They're in last place.
It just hands out, outs out like candy.
That's it. Boom, like those high chews earlier.
That
She
was
just
really
she
hard
makes
to
it
say.
rain outs. Yeah, outs
Right?
outs. Yeah, that's not cool.
Watch, you sound like that white chip. I want it back.
Peter opens to 25 here with ace 4 suitor. Jeremy comes along. 7-7-4, couple diamonds. Pretty good flop for Peter. Just gonna put together a c-bet here. Tank X says sick front impression.
Yeah, I thought I could pull that off.
Yeah,
I was hoping for it.
It's like one of your best, right?
Oh God, no. That's my best. I'm in trouble. Man. I mean, me and Oprah are chill though. It's cool.
That's cool, that's cool.
We're cool like that. She lets me stay at her place on Maui, so we're cool.
Oh, nice, very nice.
I'm not saying That's my favorite.
Pito, it's kind of difficult to learn. Not really. There's lots of ways to learn poker. Lots of avenues, lots of poker you can watch.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, the cool thing about watching a stream like this is these guys are real players, real money. I mean, this is as real as it gets without sitting here and spending your own money. And I tell people, especially when they're looking at learning the game of poker, that it's kind of like you get the same education maybe at like an Ivy League school versus like a junior college. You're going to get a very similar degree, but it's a matter of how much money you're going to spend. And so like this right here, considering you're spending carry the one $0, I highly recommend.
Watch.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching and hanging out and just learning.
Right.
Watch the bad beats happen on here, and then you can avoid them with your own money. Unlike the way me and Val learned, which our bank accounts lost commas. So, you know, you guys figure it out.
Yeah, and you know, by the same token, like playing really small stakes online is a good way to like, get your
absolutely.
feet wet versus going in and playing like 2-5 at a.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I mean, you know, so one of the ways I originally cut my teeth was I hopped online and just played like $5 sit and goes.
Oh yeah.
$5 sit and goes,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Let's have a
yeah.
blast. And then you feel like you're like, yeah, I just banked a sit and go for second place and first place and third place.
yeah.
You're just like, yeah. Like at the end of the day, you know, you made like $42, but it really doesn't matter because you didn't lose 500.
Right, it's
And
all about
that's the difference.
just seeing hands, repetition, reviewing hands,
And that's why
strategy things to read as well.
yeah, and that's why watching a stream like this is good too, because I mean, not only are you being able to watch and learn, but I mean, these players are playing, you know, pretty solid game most of the time. You know what I mean? You know, they're splashing around, they're getting a little funky, but for the most part, you can see the situations that they're put in with big hands and draws and single pairs and sets, and you see how they play them. See how they play them good. Sometimes you see how they play them not so good.
Yeah, you can see how they play them and think of different ways you know, maybe you would take a different line or something.
Yeah.
And we try to point out those things too.
Absolutely. So Athena coming in, raising a 15. She's going to get 2 callers here.
And everyone's suited.
Everybody's suited. You're the worst. She's not even drinking anymore. She's choosing with my own water.
I'm on empty here.
You're the worst.
Cocktails.
Service.
Cattails.
Love it.
Queen.
Peter Bar, thank you for joining us from Brazil. Much appreciated. I love our long distance
awesome.
viewers. God knows what time it is there. It's like
Brazil,
4 in the morning.
sweet.
Thank you for hanging out.
So, Jeremy with the pair of fives and queens, picked up clubs on the turn, and he's still good on the river.
Come out with you.
Oh, he folded. Nice bluff from Athena here on the river. That's the river bluff by Athena.
When you don't have the
Ace
best hand,
high.
guys, you gotta bluff it. You gotta Jimmy bluff it. That's all we got here. So Kyle G, our honey badger, still our big stack at the table with 3K. Ironically enough, you've really only seen him involved in like less than 5 pots.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure he's 3 for 3.
Yeah, 3 of which he drug down.
In the flops he's seen. Right?
Yeah, what a
3 for 3.
beast. What a beast.
Jeez, I mean, nice life. You'll only play the hands that you're gonna win.
I mean, isn't that literally the goal of poker? Literally, right? Just play the hands that you're gonna win. That's it. I'm changing my entire poker game. I'm just gonna play the hands that I'm gonna win. That's my whole poker game now. You've changed my world.
I support that goal.
You've changed my world.
I like it. Senator Jaws, what's a sit and go? A sit and go is where it's a single table tournament. So once the table, or is it always a single table? Anyway, once.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a set number of people playing tournament, and so once those seats are filled, you start playing, and then you play down to a winner.
Oxyot, thank you for joining us, my friend.
What's up?
Dean coming in, few players, look at this. So 6 of diamonds here on the turn. 2 pair for Jeremy.
Wow, nice
Jeremy's
turn
the
for Jeremy.
Jeremy's the only guy I know who's like, I got 6 deuce, so I'm gonna call with bottom pair and nail my 6 because why not?
Wow. And he fires big on this turn.
Because Jeremy does what Jeremy wants.
Right? 125. Athena's thinking about calling here with her gutter. She needs a jack to make a straight. She might suspect that a king or a queen would be good too.
Last time with me and Jake on the stream, when Jeremy would make a move, sometimes it would be like Jeremy spoken, like a little Pearl Jam reference.
Nice.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I bet 125 on the turn.
See, that's the song that just gets stuck in your head with one line.
Yeah.
It's messed up. It's totally messed up.
And he shows the 6 deuce. And that's gonna be a little intimidating to some people at the table. Like, man, he's just barreling with 6 deuce and getting there. Like,
Getting there, and that's the
hard
problem.
to defend against that.
Right? You're like, I'm gonna put you on 6 deuce.
Seriously.
And you totally got there.
Right?
Good talk.
Wow. What's up, Brett McCall?
Brett McCall.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Sure. Honestly, I can't say half the names of it. We're just gonna make it up.
I didn't know you were looking to go.
Why not? No, seriously, some people have long names that are like this long, and I'm like, you get the first syllable.
Yeah,
That's all you get, guys. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, God.
XDG 6 deuce offsuiter.
There's nothing that I
That's
won't
right.
possible.
That's Jeremy's hand, man.
Brodwin,
Seen
what's
him
going on,
play it.
I
buddy?
haven't even looked
Play
at
it a
it.
couple times.
You can tell myself that there's nothing I won't possible.
Well, right. I don't want the pressure of being present.
So much.
I'm just
So it
kidding.
looks like 4 players going to the flop here. 10 queen deuce super rainbow. Open-ended for Jason here.
Jason.
Peter spikes at 10. Jeremy has 9-5, but something tells me he'll just get running 5-9. Why not?
Why not? Jason and Peter with about even equity here.
You have no idea how bad I want.
And
We'll wait for next
take a
week.
check to Jason and
I
he
got
bet
age with
25 on the button.
Don't worry, it's a-
Takes it down. Peter just lets it go.
You know what? When you have an
Fair
open-ended draw,
opposition.
sometimes I'll just bet it because I know I'm not going to hit it. And then I'll just take it down.
Well, that's the beauty of semi-bluffing. You can just win the pot right there with king
I'm
high.
using my green chip.
Or you get called and maybe possibly turn a straight. Or maybe you turn a pair to improve. Or maybe it's just a blank and you can just barrel again and take it down. So lots of ways to win.
Lots of barreling. Just barrel it up.
Lots of ways to win in poker.
Guys, all you got to do is bet. Lovell, what's going on? Welcome.
Tank X. Hilarious. We suit her down, boys.
So it looks like we got a raise here from Jeremy
And
to
I'm the only way that I
30
see
bucks. Not surprised.
He's got about
Kassav is definitely not here. I'm sure you'd hear him.
Say what?
We'd mic him, and then we'd beat him with a sack of oranges. I don't know, that guy who was lipping off in the World Series, he was like Mr. Table Talk annoying dude.
Oh, I didn't hear
The guy who I think like everybody cheered around the world when he got knocked out. We're like, yes, can we just like start a massive like wave of
Yeah, I was there. I remember hearing him.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Across the room.
She was there covering at the coverage at the World Series, so she was there. She heard him from like a mile away inside the
true
building.
story.
Ace, Queen, Deuce, couple of hearts here. Heart draw for Jeremy. Nobody expects him to ever have that. Danger. Danger.
Oh, and Jason's hand just showed up. He has King 5 of hearts.
Super danger.
So he has Jeremy's hearts smashed here.
That was I had a really good hand. I have no doubt. I was trying to grab something.
So Jason here, looks like Jeremy fires out 50, Jason makes it 150, and Jeremy's not the type of player who's going to get pushed around. Snap calls it like zero hesitation.
And unfortunately for Jeremy, his hearts are not live here. He'll probably just go like 6, 7, right?
Probably, that'd be so sick.
Most likely.
Watch, here comes a non-heart 6 or 7, wait. Oh, no.
Pretty sick spot for Jason to put in a raise here, and he turns
So Jason knows he's on a draw, especially I think Jeremy also kind of gave it away too by showing his neighbor his cards, you know what I mean?
Did he?
Yeah, he did. But at the end of the day, so he shoves here, and that's going to be a lot for Jeremy to call.
Yeah, especially just with the flush draw. You know, if he had like a straight draw or even a pair to go with it, I think he would consider it.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be considering it now, but.
Well, Jeremy knows what he wants, and you got to remember that too. First off, Jeremy knows what he wants. But at the end of the day, okay, so here's the deal. You got to remember that Jeremy was also playing at our 10-25 game, so Jeremy's got a bankroll.
This isn't like a huge.
This isn't a huge game for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where 500, he might be like, if I get there, I'm probably good.
I mean, he's getting almost 2 to 1. If he thinks his hearts are good, I mean, still not really the right price.
For sure, and he's not putting Jason on a flush draw. I mean, he's putting Jason obviously right now on an ace or a queen.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just thinking, okay, if I hit my heart, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, if Jeremy had any sort of straight draw, even a gut shot,
I think so too.
he'd be in a heartbeat.
7, yeah.
Along with the heart draw.
Even if the turn was a 6 or 7, I think he gets it in.
Yeah.
He knows he shouldn't, but he might just do it anyway. And,
you can see he knows he shouldn't. I love it. He knows he shouldn't. He knows he shouldn't.
You can do whatever you want.
You told me I shouldn't stick a fork in the toaster, but I mean, I'm here and the toaster's there and I have this fork and I kind of might want to do it. I just want to see what's up.
Exactly.
He's like, I really have this fork. And you have a really nice toaster. And I might just jam it in
But
there.
I really wanna.
I really want it. And I do. Fork in the toaster. Watch it bink a 6 or 7.
He still has outs.
Oh no.
I actually forgot about
God, 6 or 7, I'm going to... Oh, 3 on the river, okay.
3 of spades on the river. It's not going to do it for Jeremy. He has 7 high.
And Jeremy does the good old patented when you lose, you take the card flick, and we're done.
Yeah.
That's how that goes down. God, if he would have pinked a 6 or 7, I would have cried. I would have cried on Jason's behalf.
Yeah, I actually forgot that he had those outs.
I know, right?
So sweet. Table number 11. Thank you.
I mean, 6 outs is a lot there when you have a 7 high flush draw against a king high flush draw in the pair.
So that's going to pop him up there to 1.4K. A nice little pop for him.
Don't worry, Tank X wouldn't stick a fork in you.
Yeah, I know. Fork off, buddy. I love it. Thanks for joining. Daphne and Cal, thank you for joining us. Always good times here. Good times. Click that heart, subscribe to us. If you like poker, if you like watching a hot mess of bad beats, definitely click that heart. Unclick it, then click it again just because you love clicking that heart.
Because it's fun.
Please play green.
Oh yeah.
Yelling out for chips. Again, if you guys are just joining us, a quick look at the way our chips are laid out. The reds are 5s, the greens are 25s, and the whites are hundos. And then those little blues are 1s. Those are, we call the tipper chippers.
That's right, that's right.
The tipper chippers. Or the drink chips, cocktail chips.
Yep. Although you do have to pay for your drinks here. It's a sad thing, but it's true. Sad but true. Pretty sick that Jason won that giant pot with a pair of 5s.
Yeah.
Jack 6 deuce rainbow here. Again, Jeremy with the pair.
So Petty Cabago says, as someone who's never played live poker, is that level of play standard at those stakes? You know, at the end of the day, you see all sorts of random plays at all the different stakes. In this particular case, I think Jeremy was just probably getting a little looser than most players normally would right there. But no, I mean, but at these, also with that, on the flip side of that, at these stakes, because there's more money involved, players are a lot more willing to make risky moves because it's more at stake, right? If you're in a smaller stake and you're like, okay, whatever, maybe he has it, maybe he doesn't, but it's only $100, who cares? Well, it's a little bit different when it's like, okay, maybe he has it, maybe he doesn't, but it's, you know, $3,000 at stake. It's a little bit different there. So it almost gives you more mobility to make riskier moves with more cash.
So this is pretty sick. 3 ways to the turn. Aaron had the best hand on the flop with a pair of jacks, king kicker. Athena came along with just overcards, king queen. Jeremy just had a pair of sixes and turns 2 pair.
Jeremy just hits whatever he wants, except for that hard draw.
Yeah, except for that one.
So Athena's out of there.
Aaron bets 115, and Jeremy makes it. Looks like 450.
450. What a beast.
Big raise.
And this again is where we're talking about where Jeremy's hand is so disguised right now that Aaron's thinking, do you have complete air or did you really catch up to my jack unit?
Yeah, the thing is he could totally have like 7, 9, 9, 10 clubs.
Yeah.
A lot of things with clubs.
A lot of very drawy style hands.
Yeah, like any 6 with clubs, something like that. And I think this is a spot, like you said, where Jeremy could really get paid off because of his image, right? Because he's been doing these crazy things, and he's been showing down, you know, 6 deuce, and well, 6 deuce would be good too here.
Yeah, I know, gosh. That's the thing is like, oh, I've only seen him play 6 deuce and 6-8. Well, like both of those are good.
That's the problem for Aaron, also. You know, it's like if 6 deuce is good, you might be in trouble.
Yeah. And I mean, it's funny, you can see our action tracker. Look how quickly this hand escalated, right? So it was Aaron called 20 pre-flop. On the flop there, you get Aaron betting 35, Jeremy calling 35, then Aaron betting 115, which is already a sizable bet, and then Jeremy popping it to 4 1/4.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's pretty scary.
It's not. Yeah, there you go. Look at Aaron with the stare down on Jeremy right there. Jeremy just not caring.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Aaron's a little stronger, he can consider it. But, you know, if you have to call...
He's going to let it go.
If you have to call 335 here on a raise, like, what's going to happen on the river?
I mean, look, and I love it. Jeremy shows it, and then Jeremy just eyes Aaron there. Just be like, yeah. How about that reaction?
Yeah, what's up?
How you like them apples?
I do think if he would have raised a little smaller, he might get called by Aaron. But I mean, there are a lot of bad rivers for him, so I don't mind him like trying to.
So Brett McCall, what's going on? They ask, why did he show? Well, you know, I agree with you. Showing can definitely be like, why are you showing, etc., etc. However, on something like this on a live stream, when we know we can all go back on our phone and we can watch it 10 minutes from now, you know, 20 minutes from now, technically, I guess. You know, that's why he doesn't mind showing on a live stream, because it doesn't matter. You can see it anyways if you really wanted to. So.
He had 8-6 that time. And I think it's kind of part of Jeremy's game also. Just, you know, like he likes to kind of mess with people. He likes to get in their head. We saw him show 6 deuce. We saw him show queens when he didn't have to.
Exactly.
So just to kind of let everyone know that he's capable of anything, I think.
So Jeremy's slogan for me is going to be, I do what I want.
Do what I want.
Jeremy does exactly what he wants.
For sure. Queen 9-7 here, a couple clubs. Jason with the best hand.
So that's a fun turn card there. That actually is going to give Aaron a straight draw. Boom.
Gut shot with his pair of 9s. Jason's still best here on the river. Just checks around and Jason's going to take it down. The board got a little too coordinated for him, I think.
How did Jeremy not spike another 7 or a 4? I mean, Jeremy's so hot right now. That Jeremy, so hot right now.
So hot right now.
So Honey Badger, the silent assassin, still our chip leader at the table. He's only in there when he's winning pots. That must be a great feeling. That's good. Athena, our short stack, currently sitting about 140, 150-ish, and then everybody else looks like they're just over a K at least.
Yeah, fairly deep 5-5 game. Table stakes. Originally 200 to 1,000 buy-in.
Your cards on the diamonds, everybody.
That's funny, Wop, right? Yeah, the 8-9. It's because I was thinking the only bluff he has here is 8-9, so I folded, and then I was like, "Did you have 8-9?" And you did. I was like, ah.
Of course.
I was like, everything else is crushing me. I can only beat 8-9, and that's what he had.
So it looks like we got a raise to 15, I believe, here. By Jeff Sardell, the one and only. A couple of folds back around to Jammy.
Ace-8 suited.
Suited.
Peter calls me Ace-7 suited.
Y'all freaking looking at me for you
You need a
bastards.
drink.
That's what I said. Wow, Jeremy calls with 9-7 offsuit, obviously, and Kyle with jacks again. It's going to pop it up to 60. Jeff thinks better of it.
We're not on.
I was going to say,
We're not on.
I don't really see Peter calling here.
We're on.
He could.
No respect to the soldier.
But Kyle's been playing so snug.
Kyle's been super snug.
Straight up.
I mean, every time Kyle's been tabling a hand, it's been a beast.
He's shown down, what, kings, jacks. What was the other one that I'm not remembering?
He got out away from ace jack. He raised with ace jack, got 3-bet by ace queen, and then just insta-mucked.
What was the other hand he played? So Jeremy's going to come along with 7-9.
And ace 7-3 here on the flop. Jeremy's got a piece of it. He's got just enough to definitely probably call Kyle's bet here.
He's got the old 5-outer.
The old 5-outer.
And I mean, the ace might slow down the action, so Jeremy might be able to get there for cheap.
Now, guys,
gonna check again.
while we called it just jokingly the old 5-outer, if you take a look down the upper right, you'll see that it says 3 outs, and that's because here at Stones we use true outs, meaning that if people mucked a 7 or a 9, true. No, you see me on the video.
True.
Yeah, you know. So, anyways, if a 7 and listen in. Okay, anyways, we can sing this off. We could go all the lyrics, but basically, if a 7 or 9 or any possible outs were mucked, then we don't put them in the outs as calculated.
Hey, get off the phone.
So that one checks down. I think Honey Badger was content to check that down against wild, crazy Jeremy. His jacks are good.
As long as I don't get to pocket deuces and pop ace deuces, I'm totally happy.
Suited. What, the C on Jeremy's hat?
I love our chat.
It's definitely not Cincinnati Reds, because I would know, obviously.
Shoot, no.
Hold on. Is it?
You're like, wait, do you know?
Hold on, I can't
it'll
see
come
his
around, it'll
hat.
come around.
I feel like I didn't see it. Oh, it is a Cincinnati C.
Athena just
I don't know why it's
jamming it.
orange.
Athena's jamming the rest of her stack here with ace 10 suited.
Ram jam, I like it.
Ram jam.
Ram jam.
Ram-a-lama.
So it is. So Peter opened to 30 with 7s. And she's just gonna stick it.
Jamming it for 150.
140. It says 140. I don't know. Is it
It
150?
lies.
Yeah, whatever. It's something.
We do what we want.
Brett said he has an A hat for A game. He's been switching around all night.
Fantastic.
That would be funny if you could like let people know. I'm playing my B game right now. I like C plus right now.
Hey,
Watch out, I'm playing my A game.
There's our boy over there in seat 3 who stopped by our booth to ask for an available seat, and boom,
story.
now you see him on here.
Scott right
Anyone
now.
can play, guys. Bring in a bankroll and hop in. Let's do it.
Wow.
You don't know what time it is.
Sorry about you, Jimmy Bluffett.
Yeah, Master C just rapping. Master C just rapping in text.
Yeah.
Wow. I want my hand back.
Peter
Tell me
lays
your
it
folder.
down. Peter lays it down. Oh, is the theater table what? Just
I
the
got
10?
ace queen.
Oh, what a beast! And I don't even know if she knew which card she was gonna flip there, but it didn't matter. Whether she tables the 1 ace or the 1 10, it's like you're either gonna put me on 2 overs or you're gonna put me on pocket 10s, right? So it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I shouldn't say this, but I like to do that when, usually people assume.
Is this your guilty pleasure here? Is this what we're gonna go on? What do you like to do?
I'll take the only one time.
Who knows what I'm going to say right now?
It could be anything.
Like if you you have your 2 cards and you just randomly flip one without looking first.
Yeah.
It seems like you're supposed to have a pair.
Exactly.
But I like to do it when I don't have a pair, just
because
to
it just to mess with people.
And then they assume like, oh, she had a jack or she had jacks or something. I'm like, nah, I have a queen jack. But
My problem is I do that with ace rag and I always flip over the rag and I'm like, crap, I didn't have pocket 4s, I swear.
I always flip over the rag.
Dang it.
It's pretty funny. Athena with the jacks now. See what she
Jamming it.
opts to do.
Jeremy with ace deuce suitors.
Jams again. Open jams, right? Nobody raised.
So Jeremy here, Jeremy knows that, I think Jeremy knows he's probably not ahead, but he's also like, I'm running better than you.
Right.
So I'm luckier than you right
It's
now.
so funny that
Bring
he's
it.
even tanking with this. Ace, deuce of hearts, like that's if she has an ace, she has him crushed, right?
Yeah.
But that's what we've seen. Like Jeremy doesn't really care. He just
Jeremy says, I have one over.
he likes to give action. He likes to give action. He likes to get action. He likes to barrel. He likes to play big pots.
He just likes action.
Yeah, whatever. Obviously not a standard call, but he does what he wants.
Yeah.
Like you said. I think folding the 7s was totally fine. I mean, it's not a tournament. If it's a tournament, it's very different. You probably.
And of course he binks it right in the window. No spades for either player here. Another spade on the river for a chop.
Wow.
Oh, no, not
Athena
kidding.
turned a set.
Oh, she did. Wow, I'm just kidding. Didn't even pay attention. I blacked out. Once he spikes the ace, once he spiked the ace, I'm like, I don't even say stop caring. Wow.
Wow.
Holy wow.
So
Wow, wee wow.
Oh, we won't. So Jeremy goes like 2-10 with ace deuce, spikes an ace. Athena just turns a 2-outer. Boom, shakalaka.
5-10.
Bam, shakalaka.
Yes, sir.
Pretty sick. XDG, I don't know if you're being serious enough, but don't think Peter is a hyper lag at all.
No hype lag.
Hype lag.
Jimmy Blevett says we should do the ugly sweater game where everyone drinks eggnog and eats figgy pudding. I don't know about the figgy pudding, but we'll definitely have some spiked eggnog and lots of ugly sweaters.
Yeah, sounds
Hideous sweaters. The more hideous, the better.
for sure. For sure.
Oh,
You can.
she's not all in.
You can.
So Athena in there with King 10 suited. Jeremy has better clubs though with the ace 7.
The players.
Jason with the ace 10. Peter with a couple ducks. Is just everyone in this pot?
Why not? Family pot.
Jack 9-3, a couple clubs, and this might get Athena into trouble, although she does have a gut shot to go with her clubs here. You know Jeremy's not going anywhere. He
No.
ain't going nowhere.
Wait, Jeremy, where you going? Nowhere.
Yeah, I see his C hat now, his Cincinnati hat now. I don't know why I didn't see it. Probably because it's orange and I wasn't.
Jeremy's so polarizing in general. He's just like, I don't know what happened. I blacked
that
out.
hat is super polarized.
Yeah.
So Athena bets 30 here with her super draw. Jeremy with a better flush draw comes along. Oh wow, and they both just get there.
Nailed it.
Pretty sick.
Nut
Bad-
flush to second nut flush for Athena.
Bad
And this,
spot for Athena. Set up hand.
this is where Jeremy stacks Athena.
Especially with these two. She just saw him call 210.
Poor Guinness for breakfast like,
Ace deuce.
yeah, Guinness for breakfast is like Athena's about to get walked by Jeremy. Good game. That's pretty much how this goes,
Yeah,
guys.
pretty much. I mean, it's a cooler.
Oh, and he
Although-
just flats. He just flats. It's so dirty. If another, well, yeah, no, yeah. If another club heals, she
got
would, she'd be able to get
45.
away.
He
Yeah.
just flats. I mean, they get it in on the river for
Yeah,
sure.
this is getting all in.
She's either jamming or just betting, and then he's gonna get it in, I think.
Yeah.
100.
It's close for her to go all in here. She
Oh,
could-
and Jeremy checks it to her too. And Jeremy's the player that
Yeah,
like
Jeremy's in position, no?
Jeremy checked it.
What?
Go all in,
just
all in.
happened?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. It was getting in there no matter what.
Dan put chips in too.
Yeah, and
I think
Athena's
Dan
done.
might have led out there, and Athena went all in for 315.
Jeremy went all in behind.
Jeremy reshoved for yeah.
And this is one of those scenarios where, and this is why you saw Athena, obviously she's upset, she's frustrated, she got up, she bounced instantly. And this is one of those things where, again, because of Jeremy's image, Jeremy is never the guy, ever, on any world, on any street, on any planet, that should have the nut when you have the second nut.
Exactly.
And he did.
Exactly.
And you're like, I hate my life, I'm done, goodbye.
And that's exactly when you're just gonna get stacked. Like,
That's what it is.
cooler
That's-
against a really lagging, aggressive player, like, you just can't.
It's game over. It's game over.
It's
It's
not
not,
cooler.
it's not like it's okay. It's like, I mean, even then, it's tough to get away from, regardless of the scenario. But if you're up
like a
against
super type
if you're up against a player like Kyle who's played 4 hands,
Yeah.
maybe you
Or
can
maybe
think about
Peter.
it. You know what I mean, or something, right? But I mean, not in this case. In this case, no way. And
Yeah.
even then, it's highly unlikely that you're gonna mug second nut king high flush. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially with those stack sizes, like she didn't, she started with maybe 50 big blinds, fewer than 50 big blinds. It's kind of hard for the money to not go in there. Hard to get away from that. Yeah.
That's rough. And you see there, seat 3 said, "I'll take that Athena seat. Thank you very much." Popped over there into seat 7.
Oh yeah. Aaron raising it up to 15 here. Oh, that's Action Dan.
Action
I've
Dan.
heard the lore.
It's all so clear now.
9, 6, 5, couple spades. Jeff flops top pair. And he has the only spade, queen. Jeremy's still stacking chips from the last hand. Checks to Jeff. Checks to Jeff, who has the best hand. He's gonna bet it. And Action Dan, the man. He calls with his pair of
I
sixes.
got about 18 out, buddy.
Oh, he has a spade as well, but it's a 3. Not a great one. Queen on the turn. Jeff turns top 2.
Top 2 for Jeff.
Action Dan
Best,
checks.
best gets better.
And I would expect Jeff to be putting in a bet here. Try to get value from draws. Wow, no way.
Action Dan. Oh, the pump fake.
I thought he was
I respect the pump fake. The good old grab chips.
I was like, what is happening right now?
Jeff got a kick out of it. That's good
Can I
times.
get you determined?
Good, so stack full. I put it out there.
Got it. Good luck, everybody.
There's Paul, our resident artist extraordinaire, hopping in the box here.
Oh yeah.
Paul has done some really, really great custom Stones gear for people, like Stones shirts and Stones hats, and just great,
Really great work.
great poker gear, all
Awesome stuff.
super custom art off the fly. Check it out.
All.
Very talented.
That's fun. What do you got? Yeah. Started.
Oh, Action Dan, I've heard the
Action Dan, the man, the myth, the legend. Are you ready? Buckle your seatbelts for Action Dan.
Exactly. Look at this, Kyle with jacks again.
against Aaron's 10s.
Wow. It's gonna get ugly, guys. And Action Dan with King 3,
But he's Action Dan. It's like a pocket pair as well.
right? Jeremy snuck in there with Ace-5 suited.
Instacall.
Somebody announced Instacall, I don't know. So 4 ways to the flop, Ace, 7, 6, couple spades.
An ace for Jeremy and an ace for Maddie. Kyle and Aaron both hate the flop.
Maddie with the best ace. Jeremy's gonna lead out.
Jeremy's hat's coming off. He's like, my hand's that good.
You guys all have white chips. Give me a white chip, somebody. Just give it to you? White chip. No. What would you do my white?
And fold. Oh, wait, catching up with the action here? Just kidding. Okay, there we go. Catching up with the action. So Jeremy fires 100 here on the flop, and Aaron is thinking, "You're Jeremy.
Hold on, so Maddie folded ace 10?
I believe so, as well as Kyle folded jacks.
Be a little surprised if Maddie really just folded to one bet there.
Let's see.
Good.
Guess so.
It's good, and he does show.
Apparently he did. I mean, you can't love the ace 10.
But I would look him up once. And see,
For sure.
and see what he did after that for sure.
You're in position. It's Jeremy. He's capable of leading with a wide variety of hands. You can improve. A lot of cards improve you on the turn.
Absolutely. And didn't he have the 10 of spades as well? Is there
I think so. Yeah.
I definitely would have flatted at least once and saw what the turn brought. Especially if you like Jeremy, because again, Jeremy can have anything. It's not like Jeremy sitting here playing rock, ace king, ace queen. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you're in position, and if you call, Jeremy might slow down on the turn, and you can always just check back for pot control. I don't know, kind of weird to just fold.
To control your pots, which as of tomorrow in California might actually be legal. So we'll find out how pot control goes after that.
Control your pot.
Control your pot. Good times. Guys, if you're just tuning in, those chip colors there, the reds are 5s, the greens are 25s, and those whites you see there in front of Jeremy are 100s. And they will be bet. Those chips are not glued down.
Oh yeah, Action Dan opens at 35.
Queen 9-3, Action Dan slicing.
So we got action versus action here.
Oh my god, this is like the world's gonna implode.
Right? Jeremy flops the best of it.
Jeremy with the queen, no kicker. Action
With
Dan
the
says,
powerful Queen 4.
Action says
offsuit.
yes please. He's looking for an ace 9 or diamond on the turn.
Queen 4 offsuiter.
That's gonna let him not go anywhere. That's gonna give him a nut flush draw along with his 9.
And you see Action Dan only has like 160?
Look at him, look at it. I think
It's so weird he's like almost showing his hand there.
I know, I think
What is he doing?
this is interesting.
I don't think he's acted yet. It is very interesting. He's looking at the ace of diamonds.
I love that. That could be taken and construed so many ways by other players.
For sure.
Wait, he looked at it forever and then did he say check?
It looks
Oh, what? He bet 5! I love it.
hilarious.
Yes, jam.
Jeremy's gonna raise it. Almost putting them all in. It's close. Might be for his whole stack.
I love when these. We saw Jeremy do that earlier. The random like couple $100 pot and you bet 5.
Yeah, it's so funny that he just is staring at his hand.
I feel like that would be a great move if you had a
Jeremy
monster.
can almost see it.
Right?
It's so weird. I mean, is Action Dan really thinking about folding here? His name's Action Dan. He can't fold.
I mean, if it was Tightwad Dan, he could fold, but it's not.
Yeah, like Tightwad Dan could fold, but like Action Dan with $120? How are you gonna fold this? What? Alright, if he folds, he has to change his name.
Oh, man.
You gotta change your name, actually.
Shows the queen. He's going to show the 4, not that it matters. Yeah, he knew he needed an ace or 9. Or 9.
Interesting. Yeah, mucho outs.
Mucho outs. Guys, go ahead and click that heart and subscribe to us. We're always hanging out here with you a couple times a week. If you like poker, if you like having mucho outs, then come and join us twice a week.
Right.
And last Sunday of the month, we live stream our tournaments, and then a big tournament series we also live stream as well. I believe we have another Stones tournament series coming up here in the next month or two, a couple months. Should be good times.
Good deal. So Kyle G with about 3K.
Kyle G so far has been our resident player of the night so far.
Yeah, he's been crushing it.
Yeah.
He's basically 4 for 4.
Not bad.
He hasn't played that many hands, but he's dragged some decent pots.
Deuce for deuce, Action Dan, action bingo bango for Action Dan.
Bango. I mean, if you're gonna play Deuce 4 offsuit, like that's probably the flop you want. Sheesh.
So Action Dan bets 5 again. He's looking to induce that same Jeremy raise.
Hilarious.
3 on the turn. Jeremy actually gets a piece with the 3, and Jeremy fires 10. Guys, this is micro poker. I love it. And he's looking at his hand again, just like he did before. Tell me he just called. Just call the 10.
It's hilarious. He said he has 18 outs.
This is such a hot
Somebody
mess.
did.
Please just call. He just calls the 10.
It's hilarious.
Come on, put it.
So he's so balanced with the
I
looking
know.
at the cards.
And the thing is, if you look, he's almost tilting the cards towards him. Like you can almost see, like he's pushing them a lot towards
He
him.
has to almost be able to see that.
All in.
So Jeremy leads 15, and Action Dan goes all in for like.
And Jeremy says, I don't believe you. And this is great because this is exactly what he just did when he ended up folding, right? And he was looking at his cards the same way.
Exactly.
So now they fought this monster
So
boat.
now Jeremy feels like he has the best hand.
Yeah.
But Action Dan showed a pretty strong hand there and
Yeah.
folded. So then you also probably want to give him credit.
Exactly. So Gene Not John, he's holding his cards like that. He's actually kind of playing off what he did. Gene Not John, he's
If
holding
he
his
just
cards
showed
like
a 4,
that.
that's a mistake because Jeremy was thinking about calling with a 3.
Yeah.
You know?
So he's holding his cards like that because a hand or two ago he was also holding his cards like that and ended up folding. I think he was trying to play off of his previous image to get Jeremy to kind of spaz out and pay him in this hand here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But I agree with you. I mean, okay, so as far as angling and as far as like kind of goading a player into doing what you want them to do, holding your cards like that is one thing, but the way he was almost tilting them towards the general direction, like I feel if Jeremy just would have like
Seriously.
edged up a little bit, he could have seen him.
Yeah, and
you know, it was
Jeremy's
pretty.
like not that kind of player, but a lot of people would try to see your cards. If you're holding them like that, you can't really blame people. Like, someone can see your cards.
Well, that's the thing is we've all seen players who like new players who kind of hold their cards like this, and I mean most poker players would be like, dude, you need to like, I can't help but not see that.
Yeah,
if
I
you're like
always
you're
tell
showing
people,
me almost, you know what I mean?
You're flashing your cards. It's like I'm not trying to look, but
But if you're putting them on a billboard with a neon sign, and I can't like.
and you know, there's definitely people out there that are going to take advantage.
You're like, don't think about zebras. I'm thinking about zebras. Why are you telling me that?
5-4 deuce flop, checks around, king on the turn.
That sounds like a fool.
No one with anything. Aaron spikes an 8. Hermaid's on the river. He's not going to get any action from Jeremy. Not this time.
Well, seriously, Aaron, because you wouldn't let me chop.
Yeah, you know, so Gino Johnson obviously seats 6 and 8 definitely saw them. Yeah, the seats around it for sure saw them. But you know, and this is gonna bring up a little poker topic because I've seen people do this. I've done it actually before, where you hold up your cards like that, where it's blatantly obvious that your neighbors can see it. And I think that in generally speaking, I've never had my neighbors or anybody I've seen do it. The people around them never gave up their hand. They didn't like give off extra reads or tells.
Yeah, I don't think people ever.
They're pretty conscious about that.
People see it, and people
And then they
generally
look away.
don't respond.
They never responded. They never like, oh my god, now it's obvious that he has a monster. It's obvious he's bluffing you. You know what I mean? And I think that's just kind of like honor among guys at the table. You know, honor amongst people, poker players. You know.
It's like you're curious, so you have to look, but you don't want to give off anything.
Yeah.
Queen Jack 7, couple diamonds.
XDG, what's going on? Yeah, they definitely alcohol serving stones. These guys are more than welcome to drink if they want. Sometimes they are. Veronica and Friends game. That's all they do is drink. Actually, they don't actually play poker. They just throw around chips.
I mean, it is wine Wednesday.
They barrel bottles of wine, actually. So make sure you tune in for that next Wednesday.
So Jeff flopped the best hand with King Queen, but Jeremy turns an ace. And he'll take it down. Got there.
Nailed it.
Super.
So Action Dan here on our short stack with 190. Kyle G still taking up the chip lead by a mile here with 3K. Looks like we're just about now, again, approaching. I mean, earlier we were like 5-6K on there. Now we're at over 10K on the table. This game's just getting juicier and juicier. Lots of Ks, mini Ks. So we're going to be live here with you guys for about another 20 minutes. But this game will be going all night along with the other 6 or 7 games I see rolling here as well. So make sure if you're anywhere local, come on down. If you like what you see, I mean, hell, you've been studying the players for the last 3 hours.
That's
so,
right.
So come on in and you know where everybody's at.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely seen some pretty good action tonight. Mostly from Jeremy, but still,
Yeah. Fun Saki, click that heart, subscribe to us. I guarantee you don't want to miss that Veronica and Friends game. It's extra juicy.
And it's next Wednesday.
It's a 1-3, right? 1-3? 1-2?
It's 1-3, plays like 1-3.
I was going to say 1-3 that plays like a super hot mess.
85. Super hot mess.
Yeah, like in a good way.
Super hot mess 1-3. So Maddie bumps it up to 70 with a couple Ks. Action Dan calls with the old 70 suitor puppy feet. Jeremy comes along with deuce 3 off suitor. Because why not?
Look at that flop, all diamonds there. Great flop. Oh, look at this. The Action Dan flops.
Yeah,
Action Dan flops the straight.
Straight with no diamond. He has to just get it in here with his stack size.
And Maddie's not going anywhere.
I don't think that's 175. I think it's more like 115 or something.
Maddie's looking for a
Yeah,
diamond.
Maddie goes needs a diamond.
Bingo, bango! Boom! Diamond for Maddie.
Bingo, bango.
It's time for Action Dan to reload here. So gnarly.
Wow, wow, wow.
So freaking nasty.
That's right. Wicked Slickerino. Deuce $370, no problem.
No problems. Come on down. If you guys like getting called with Deuce 3 when you fire $70, come on down to Stone.
Come on down.
Hop in a game.
You're the next guest in the 5-5.
Come on down.
5-5 unlimited.
Love it. We got a new shooter there in C3.
Maryland.
That is Azan. Azan is definitely a regular on the stream.
Nice.
You might have seen him before. Azan, again, another player with mini gears, fearless, lots of fun to play with. Super good dude. Also a bit of a tennis pro, I believe. So,
Are you just saying that based on his outfit tonight?
yes,
or
the
is
hat
it real?
backwards automatically says tennis pro. But yes, he is a bit of a tennis pro.
Oh,
so
for real? Wow.
yeah, he does coaching and lessons and all of the above. So
Oh, very nice.
so hop in there. Yeah, I stalk him from a distance as well. I'm really sneaky in the bushes. So
He said that.
it's true.
15 to go here, pre-flop. We are heads up. Ace, king, 6. Jeremy flops a pair, obviously.
Obviously.
Middle pair.
So obvi.
Middle pair. Yeah, Azan. The man, the myth, the
I
legend.
smell some tasty food around me. And I kind of want it. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
5 of hearts in the turn. Why? I guess Jeff like floated that flop, or maybe he bet. He checks for a heart, finds one, checks back, and rivers a flush.
Nails it. $100 in the pot.
Nice runner flush there, since he flopped nothing.
Yeah, exactly. If I flop Brick City,
That's why you just stand in position.
stay until the end, guys. Just buy a lottery scratcher.
Barrel it.
Easy money.
You can get there.
Easy money.
Get 2 more cards.
So Action Dan, who was our short stack, busted out. Azan coming in fresh here with a 1K stack on the short end. And that's awesome. When the short end is 1K.
Yeah.
Right? It's a juicy, healthy game. Poker,
Yeah, we've definitely seen this game build pretty big.
Poker's alive and well. There's more than twice the amount of chips in play that when we started.
For sure. Oh, Funsaki is near Foxwoods.
Master C is back to karaokeing in the chat again.
I went there recently.
How is Foxwoods?
It's pretty cool. It's like it's so giant.
Nice.
Impressively large.
That's, yeah.
Let's just move on.
I mean, first that's what she said, bud. Am I right? Come on, guys. Come on.
And
All right.
the people are pretty nice.
All right. Yeah, whatever. Impressively large and
Room
nice.
is really big.
Ace Jack 3 here on the flop.
Wow.
Ace for Jason, Jack for Jeremy.
Aaron with a couple back doors.
30.
And Jason gonna bet it here with his ace-9, best hand.
All 30 heads up.
Oh wow, look at this. Jeremy comes along and spikes a jack on the turn.
Another yak.
Running decent, and he checks it over to Jason. Jason bets 50 here. I think this is a really good spot for Jason to check back. As it is, I guess he can get called by worse aces, but it's just so easy for Jeremy to have a jack here or something weird.
Oh, that's going to just solidify the boat there.
3-ball on the river, and Jeremy with jacks full. Wow.
Bet is 600?
What?
Whoa!
Must have looked at Jason's stack.
So at this point, he's just going super hyper aggro with it, and he's hoping to look like he's super bluffy right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's hoping to get paid by like Ace King.
Well, it was such a gross overbet that he's hoping to look like he's just acting really weird and full of crap.
Yeah, the problem is like the flop was Ace Jack 3, and you know Jeremy calls with any pair.
Yeah.
So once the board double pairs with the Jack and the 3, it's so hard to get paid.
Exactly. Where's it gonna be at?
I think some like a value sizing would have gotten paid off, maybe
Jomo Flow.
150 or 200 or something like that.
Thanks for joining us. This is a cash game. This is a 5-5 no limit cash game here. And at this point, we are at table stakes, which means that you can buy in for up to the largest stack on the table.
That's right. Makes for some pretty big games here.
Which is why we have about 2.5x the amount of money we started with on the table.
That's right. Yeah, the same goes for the 2-5 and the 1-3 games. I guess 1-2 also. No.
No, not 1-2.
Not
Just
1-2.
1-3 and up.
So yeah, the 1-3 and 2-5 games play pretty big also for the same reason. It's definitely one of the biggest 1-3 games I've seen.
Yeah, they're very healthy. Let's put it that way.
It's just healthy.
Very healthy. They got a good pulse. So look at this. Looks like all the queens out there, well, at least 3 of them for Jeremy, Jason, and Aaron.
Wow.
Let's put a queen on the flop.
Bunch of junky queens.
Let's put that case queen on the flop. Okay, so King 9-5 out there. Jason ends up pairing his 5. Everybody else is in Whiff City. Population U. 3. Jeff spikes a 3.
Exciting board here.
Killer Table Egg, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. G-Pool, welcome as well. Thank you for joining us here. Stones Live, 5-5, no limit table stakes. Steak.
Table stakes. Yum, yum.
Even better. Ace on the river, no help to anybody. Peter was open-ended though. We're catching up with the action tracker here. It looks like Peter's gonna bet it and he's gonna take it.
Nice. Make sure you click that heart button below the stream to follow us. You'll get notified when we go live.
Killer Table Egg says, what up, Nits? I think there was somebody in the chat who was like a Nitty Knit Knit or Nitty McNitterson was his name or something. I'm like, yes.
Seriously?
I love you.
I like it. One of my favorite screen names is Knit Romney.
Oh, Knit Romney. Classic.
He's a regular on the Run It Up stream.
I love it.
Cracks me up.
We give him a shout out. Knit Romney needs to come in here and hang out.
Right?
20 total.
20 total from our resident rangeless beast on the button.
What a good nick.
With King 5. So guys, if there's one thing I've noticed about Jeremy this entire stream, is if he has the button, it's going to be raised and or he is in the pot regardless. Period. If he has the button, he's in every single hand.
And he's just going to flop top pair.
And Jason is going to flop open-ended.
Because why not?
Because why not? Because that's what you do with King 5.
King Jack 8, couple clubs. Jason's the only one with a club here. And open-ended. Don't expect to see him going anywhere. And Jeremy and Jason have been rumbling a little bit. Oh, wow.
45 is that?
Aaron.
45?
He's like, get out of my way, I'm betting. Get out of my way.
Jeremy's just barreling on through.
So it looks like, is that going to get through? No, Jason's going to call.
Yeah, Jason has to call here.
Club peels off. Now that's not a horrible card for Jason. It also gives him a club redraw here to the 3rd nut.
Chips on 11, please. Oh, wait.
So, not the worst card for him. And Jeremy does just check back. Ace of Spades on the river. Jason gets there. So Jason has Broadway here. There are 3 clubs on the board, but the way this played, it doesn't seem like Jeremy would have clubs here. He might consider looking him up with the pair of kings, but yeah, no, he folds. Yeah, so many hands beating him there. The turn was pretty bad for him. The club comes on turn and then the ace on the river. So Jeremy just gets away from it.
And the game continues to heat up here. Another fresh player to the table. Fresh chips.
Oh yeah. Fresh blood. Lots of lyrics in the chat tonight.
Yeah, dude, we were just doing, we're doing text karaoke tonight.
Nice.
The
I like
goose
it.
is loose. A little gray goose if you want to get loose. Coming around, and again, guys, taking a look at those stacks there. You can see some mountains of stacks there, like in Kyle GC1. But those greens are 25, so it looks like our new guy just bought in for 4 stacks of greens, so he's buying in for at least 2K. It's pretty healthy. So again, those greens are 25s, those reds are 5s, and the whites are $100 chips. Hundos. The whites are the Benji chips. Throw in those Benjis. So it looks like we got a raise to 10 here from Jeremy.
7-9 suited. The Destroyer.
The Destroyer.
Medium. 10 to call. 5-10.
And it looks like Jason's going to make the call. So is Maddie.
Wow, Maddie just calls in the big line here. Interesting. He's under the gun.
Ace, King, 8, couple of spades here. Spade draw for Jeremy. Jason and Maddie both spike top pair with the ace.
Maddie's going to bet out 30. And Jeremy just calls. Jeremy loves those flush draws.
9 on the turn now. Check it
There we go
out.
with it.
Jeremy, of course he does. Yeah, how does
Wow,
he whiff?
snap check.
How does he whiff that?
Wow.
It's Jeremy. How does he not hit like quads with 1 card to come?
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happens.
And I think a lot of times Jeremy's going to put way more chips in the pot, but against Maddie, he was wise enough to check back the turn and then just check back the river.
No way.
Pretty sick.
Good times. Yeah, I want to see how this new shooter shapes. I mean, he hops in for $2,000 and says, "Let's get this party started." I like that.
And he's wearing a skull shirt.
That's
so
solid.
I mean,
Make a read. Bring it.
yeah. I would definitely read him for, a little action.
Well, anybody who sits down at a table, buys it for $2,000 and says, "Let's get this party started." I mean, this is not the first time they've played poker. I'm thinking they didn't roll out of mom's basement. They're like, "I'm just gonna go give it a shot."
Jeff here with a couple Ks. Raises it up to 20. Azan's going to call with King Jack. Obviously, Jeremy's in there with Ace 6. And just binks an ace.
Bink.
Right on the flop.
Well, that's because Jeff has kings, and we all know kings are just ace magnets.
Exactly. Ace 5-3. Jeff has to hate it. But he might look him up. I mean, yeah, no. He's going to let it go. Jeremy leading into 2 players. Apparently he showed, yeah.
What's that?
See, that show I don't understand as much, but it seemed like every time he's shown, he's kind of had a reason to do it.
Yeah.
Just kind of keeping his opponents
Check my ace.
a little off balance, you know?
Yeah. Daphne and Cal, actually, we're going to be ending the stream up in about 5 minutes. We broadcast every single Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. here on the West Coast, California time, I guess you could call it. Sometimes I get corrected when I say Pacific Standard because the daylight savings time and it changes and it's like PST versus PDT. I don't know, that seems like a whole lot of acronyms for me. But we're definitely here every Monday and Wednesday night. Click the heart, yeah, California time. Click the heart, subscribe, tune in. We're definitely going to be here with you, hanging out, having some good time, throwing some cards, barreling
Every Monday,
some chips.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesdays, usually a little more wine being barreled.
Exactly, because we do have wine Wednesdays here at Stones. So they get a little bit more loosey-goosey.
Come on, cards.
Zahn raised it up to 30 here.
Jack 3-4, of course Jeremy spikes a piece of it because he can never not.
And the Zahn with the flush draw.
Huge piece of it.
Not sure what Jeff has.
Mystery hand for Jeff.
Jeremy just leads 30? Nope.
Watt Bride,
like
this Wednesday is going to be the 5-10 no limit game. Another Jack peels off here, and Jeff actually has a heart draw as well, and a straight draw.
I think he may have checked to his on the flop, and he bet 55 and got called by both players. So wow, don't expect to see Jeremy folding this turn.
Nope.
Checks around.
River 6 peels off, giving Jeff the check mark, ironically enough.
Wow. So good miss for Jeff. He misses hearts, which is on, had him crushed on hearts, and hits his pair of 6s, which are good now. Zahn could think about betting here. It doesn't seem like anyone has a jack, but since both of his opponents call the flop, he's gonna check back. And Jeff's 6 is good.
Dirty river rat.
Good miss.
Yeah, Dirty River Rat. And Hassan's thinking like, man,
want
give him a heart.
Yeah, exactly. Can't just give him a heart one time? Sick.
Oh, 5 right? Oh, no. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So hey, thanks for joining us. That was shaped up to be a nice little game. Got started
Yeah,
out a little slow, and
for
then
sure.
and then the table just started stacking up. Seat 4 was brutal for our players.
Oh yeah, a couple people stacked off in seat 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people went busto in this game and bounced.
Yeah, I think the player of the night was probably, I mean, for consistency, was Kyle.
For sure. I mean, he basically played 4 big pots and won them all, so that's always a good night.
Must be nice to run good.
Yeah.
And then
decent.
Jeremy lived up to his typical standards of our resident crazy rangeless beast,
For sure.
if you will.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Jeremy barrel in there.
Well, what I do love is that Jeremy, like we talked about, Jeremy's image gets him paid when he does actually have a hand. Everybody's like, he can't have a hand, so I gotta pay him.
Exactly, and you know, you see him with the showing, a lot of hands and everything, just keeping his opponents like off balance. So
Yeah. Well, good times. Good times.
Entertaining.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for joining us. Coming up next year on Wednesday, we're going to have a 5-10 no limit with your resident bearded wonder commentator Jake and the lovely V Cross.
That's right.
So make sure you join us Wednesday.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.